Hello everyone, welcome to Edutap and welcome to today's monthly revision session. So today we are going to have the revision of the current affairs, that is the ESI current affairs, the finance current affairs and the general awareness. So Gurkirat Sir will be coming for the ESI current affairs, Devanshu Sir will be coming for the general awareness and I will be taking the finance current affairs revision. Okay, so this is going to be your revision session that is for the February 2025 and here we are going to discuss the monthly current affairs. So this is the current affairs session. As you know that Edutap has launched this monthly revision session initiative for all of you, so that every Thursday we are coming up with the revision of schemes, with the revision of reports, with the revision of the current affairs and the RBI notifications. Okay, and in today's session we are going to have the revision of the current affairs, that is the finance current affairs, ESI current affairs and the general awareness. So I will be starting with the finance current affairs revision, then Gurkirat Sir will be taking over and he will be starting with the ESI current affairs revision and then Devanshu Sir will take the general awareness revision. Okay, so I hope I am clearly audible and visible. Do inform me if everything is fine, if everything is visible. Okay, so let's start, and before starting with the session, do subscribe to the YouTube channel of Edutap so that you continue getting these relevant videos, and do join our Telegram channel. In the Telegram channel you will get the PDF of the session and the link for the Telegram channel is given in the description box below. And these revision sessions are very important for all of you, as they provide you the idea that what kind of questions actually come from different domains, okay, and how easily you are able to answer the questions or how much time you are taking on each of the question. So now, starting with the finance current affairs, I will be taking your revision for the finance current affairs. Let's start with the first question. Let's see how many of you are aware about this. So which organization has signed an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, with the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority to develop a digital program focused on experiential learning for promoting financial literacy among the school children? So try to answer this question. The sound is low. Okay, so like still the sound is low. Let me try to answer this question. Till then I will share this with the team. Okay, just try to answer this question till then. Okay, so the team will help you. Okay, from here I am able to see that the sound is fine, but the team is coming and they will increase the sound from back end. Till then, try to answer this question. So I am getting the answer B or C. So actually the IPFA has signed an MOU with the Strategic Education Professionals Private Limited. Okay, so this MOU has been signed and this MOU is for the this MOU focuses on the experiential learning for promoting the financial literacy among the school children. Okay, so this is the idea. The IEPFA has signed an MOU with the Strategic Educational Professionals Private Limited. Now, basic idea, just one-liner news this is, and that is all you need to understand. Now, coming to the second news article, the market regulator, the SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, has launched a portal for market infrastructure institutions such as stock exchanges and the clearing corporations to report technical glitches. It is aimed at improving the data quality and traceability of the submission, among other things. What is the name of the portal launched by SEBI for market infrastructure institutions to report the technical glitches? Okay, so the team is helping in the sound. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, till then try to answer this question. Okay, so now the voice is fine, right? Okay, yes, I can see that the voice has increased from here also. So here the answer is D, right? Yes, iSpot, this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. So the market regulator, that is the SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, has launched a portal for market infrastructure institutions. The market infrastructure institutions, they are the stock exchanges, they are the clearing corporations. So such are the market infrastructure institutions. So there is the iSpot that has been launched. Okay, this iSpot, the full form of iSpot is Integrated SEBI Portal for Technical glitches, and through this portal the market infrastructure institutions like the stock exchanges, the clearing corporations, they will be able to feed in the technical glitches. They will be able to report the technical glitches. Okay, so this will streamline the reporting process of the technical glitches that is coming in the stock exchanges like the NSE or BSE, or any technical glitches that are coming in the clearing corporation. So that will be reported through the iSpot. Now this will also create the centralized repository. So iSpot is also creating, or the iSpot is also the centralized repository of the technical glitches. So this iSpot, just remember the full form of iSpot, that is the integrated SEBI portal for technical glitches, and it is for reporting the technical glitches, and it is also creating the centralized repository for the technical glitches. Now there is another finance current affairs that is regarding the RBI allowing the non-bank brokers registered with the SEBI to directly access the NDS OM platform, the negotiated dealing system order matching platform. So the RBI has released the master direction regarding the access that is provided to the SEBI registered non-bank brokers to NDS OM platform. So this is your finance current affairs, but this is also your notification, RBI notification. So in the next session, when I will discuss the RBI notifications, the RBI press releases of the February month. So when I will take the monthly revision session of the RBI website, of the RBI notification, RBI press releases, in that session I will bring questions on that. In that session we will discuss about it. Okay, so this is in finance current affairs. I am not leaving it out. We will just discuss it in the next session. So now continuing with the finance current affairs, the next question is, which of the following entities has been entrusted with the responsibility of formulating these implementation standards? So SEBI has recently allowed the retail investors to participate in the algorithm trading starting from August 2025. To ensure the smooth implementation and safeguarding the investor interest, the SEBI has mandated that specific standards has to be formulated for the brokers that are facilitating the service of algorithm trading. So which of the following entities will be providing or will have the responsibility of formulating the implementation standards? That you have to tell me, and this will be happening in the consultation of SEBI with the deadline set for April 1, 2025. So here I am getting the answer E. Try to think about it. The Investor Education Protection Fund, it is a fund. It is a fund. Who set the standards? Try to think about it. Who is going to set the standard? It is the Brokers Industry Standards Forum, that is a body representing the brokerage firms, and this Brokers Industry Standards Forum, it set the standards. Okay, so this is the idea. The Investor Education and Protection Fund, this is only for the investor education, for spreading the education, and for it is a fund that is collecting the funds, or that is collecting the money that is not being claimed by the depositors and the investors. That is not being claimed by the investors. Okay, so let's say the investors, they have not claimed their money from their bonds and such. So such investor money, that is unclaimed investor money, it goes to the Investor Education and Protection Fund that is handled by the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority. So this authority, it collects the funds that are unclaimed in the financial market domain, and this also spreads the investor education. So it is not going to form the standards, okay, for the implementation of algorithm trading. Brokers Industry Standard Forum, this is the forum that is going to set the standards. So this is the idea. Okay, so SEBI has allowed the retail investors in addition to the institutional investors to participate in the algorithm trading from August 2025. Retail investors can access algorithm trading only through registered brokers, with the stock exchange approval. So that's why the Brokers Industry Standards Forum, in consultation with SEBI, they will provide the implementation standards. Okay, so this is the idea. I hope this is clear. Now coming to the next news article and the next question. So which of the following financial edtech platform founded by the finfluencer Sharan Hegde has recently secured a registered investment advisor license from the SEBI, making it one of the first finfluencer-led platform to achieve this milestone. So basically, Sharan Hegde, you must have seen him in YouTube or in the shorts, and in such platforms, the ads also come up. So he is a finfluencer, that means he is a financial influencer that posts his reels, or that he posts his shorts and such in YouTube as well as in other platforms also. So he has been awarded with, or he has got the license for the registered investment advisor from the SEBI. So he has become the registered investment advisor, or we can say his company has become the registered investment advisor. Okay. So which of the following financial edtech platform founded by influencer Sharan Hegde has recently secured a registered investment advisor license? So it is OnePlus Club. Okay. So this is the answer. Yes. Okay. So these kind of questions, they are important because you can understand the first bank, first finfluencer that has received such kind of license. So such kind of news are very important. So the OnePlus Club has become one of the first finfluencer led platforms to secure SEBI's registered investment advisor license. So as the platform has got this license, they will be able to give investment advice and financial planning services to the clients directly. Okay. Now coming to the next question, try to read this question and try to answer this question. So now SEBI introduced a new digital platform Mitra that we have discussed in a Finance 360 session also. So Mitra will be jointly hosted by 2 qualified registrar and transfer agents that are the intermediaries in the financial markets domain. So there are the 2 qualified registrar and transfer agents that are jointly hosting this Mitra platform, that is Computer Age Management Services Limited and KFin Technologies Limited, who will act. Now they will act as agents of the asset management companies that will help this Mitra platform. Okay. So the platform will be accessible through the links that will be provided in various platforms in the financial market, through the platforms of the asset management companies, through the platforms of the 2 qualified registrar and transfer agents, through the website of the SEBI. What is the primary objective of SEBI's newly introduced Mitra platform that is going to be hosted by these 2 qualified registrar and transfer agents? That you have to answer. So I'm getting the answer D, that is to help investors track and reclaim inactive or unclaimed mutual fund folios. This is absolutely correct. So this is the answer. Okay. So here the answer is D. As you know that the SEBI has released the Mitra platform. If you know the full form, it is the Mutual Fund Investment Tracing and Retrieval Assistant. Okay. So through the Mitra, there is the tracing and the retrieval that can happen. Tracking and the reclaiming the inactive or unclaimed mutual fund, this can happen through the Mitra platform. Okay. So do remember the full form of the Mitra platform, and I have taken a complete session on this platform. So this platform is provided for tracking and reclaiming the unclaimed money. Okay. So the Mitra will assist investors in tracking and reclaiming their inactive or unclaimed mutual fund folios that may have been overlooked, lost or left unclaimed due to various different reasons. Okay. So now I have taken a complete session on this Mitra platform and various other initiatives of the SEBI and the RBI and such. So you can see this session that I had taken on the Mitra platform if you want to know more about the Mitra platform. So basically Mitra will be jointly hosted by 2 qualified RTAs, and the platform will be accessible through a link on the website of the Mutual Fund Central as well as on the website of Association of Mutual Funds in India. On their website also the link will be provided for the Mitra platform. SEBI has also revised the mandate of the Unit Holder Protection Committee under mutual funds rule. So they will review the unclaimed amounts of dividend, Now they will also be responsible for reviewing the inactive folios also, the inactive mutual fund folios also. Okay. So this is the basic idea. Coming to the next question, that SEBI has released the SEBI procedure for making, amending and reviewing of regulations 2025. So SEBI makes the regulations, the SEBI also amends, changes certain regulations in the financial market domain. SEBI also review the regulations, the different regulations that SEBI has itself released. Now it has been officially notified in a gazette. So SEBI's procedure for making, amending and reviewing of regulations 2025, this directions or these regulations have been officially notified. Now in this, SEBI has said that SEBI has introduced new regulations to enhance the transparency in the process of making, amending and reviewing the regulations involving the public consultation. So whenever RBI wants to bring a new direction, so RBI releases the draft directions first, and RBI asks the public comments on these draft directions, and after the RBI has received the public comments, then the final guidelines or final directions are released. Similarly, the SEBI is also saying that before we will be releasing some regulations and we will be asking the public comment, okay, involving public consultation and stakeholder engagement. Now, a minimum of how many days will be given for receiving the public comments on the proposed regulations, on the draft directions, on the draft regulations, or on the proposed regulations? How many days will be there for receiving the public comments? So yes, 21 calendar days, absolutely correct. Okay, so this is the basic idea that SEBI has released the directions for the procedure for making, amending or reviewing the regulations. Now in this, SEBI has said that SEBI has introduced these directions and public consultation will be taken. A minimum of 21 calendar days will be given for receiving public comments on the proposed regulations. Now coming to the next question, who has developed SEBI's newly launched Bond Central portal aimed at providing a centralized and authentic source of information on corporate bonds in India? So SEBI has launched various platforms. SEBI has launched iSpot. Remember this, SEBI has launched iSpot for the technical glitches. SEBI has launched Mitra platform for the mutual fund, for the unclaimed, for the tracking and reclaiming the unclaimed mutual folios. Now SEBI has also launched the Bond Central portal, the Bond Central portal. So what is the aim of this portal? So basically the aim, so here who has developed it? So aim of the portal is to provide the authentic source of information on the corporate bonds. And who has developed this portal? So it is Online Bond Platform Providers Association in collaboration with the market infrastructure institutions. So this is the answer, that they have launched or they have developed this SEBI's newly launched Bond Central portal. Okay, so Securities and Exchange Board of India has launched the Bond Central, a centralized database portal that will have the authentic information about the corporate bonds, so that if you invest in the corporate bonds, you are not cheated with, you have the authentic information before investing in the corporate bonds. Okay, and who has developed this Bond Central portal? So that is developed by Online Bond Platform Providers Association in consultation, in collaboration with market infrastructure institutions, including the stock exchanges, depositories and such. So market infrastructure institutions, they are the stock exchanges, they are the depositories and the clearing corporation. So in our country, we have two stock exchanges, that is NSE and BSE, the National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange. We have two depositories, that is NSDL and the CDSL. And we have the clearing corporation like the CCIL and such. Okay. Now coming to the next news article. So which organization has become the first lender to go live on the enhanced version of the government e-marketplace Sahay 2.0 built on the Open Credit Enablement Network framework? So this is the question that you have to answer. So GEM is the government e-marketplace that is efficient, that is transparent and that is inclusive. Okay. So now which organization has become the first lender to go live on GEM Sahay? So it is 121 Finance. Very good, very good. So this is the organization that has become the first lender to go live on the enhanced version of the GEM Sahay. So 121 Finance, this is the first organization. Okay. So 121 Finance becomes the first lender on GEM Sahay 2.0 built on the OCEN framework. So this GEM Sahay 2.0, it is built on the OCEN platform or OCEN framework, sorry. So OCEN is the Open Credit Enablement Network. It is a framework of application programming interfaces for interaction between the lenders, loan agents, collection and disbursement partners. So basically various entities, they can interact with each other through this framework, okay, through this network. Now, the GEM Sahay, it was launched in 2021, aims to facilitate the credit to sellers registered on the GEM portal through fast-tracked integration, improving the financial inclusion for the micro, small and medium enterprises so that they are able to take faster loans through the GEM Sahay portal. Okay. Now, coming to the next question. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India has permitted dash banks to provide pre-approved credit lines through the UPI system. So which of the following bank or the bank group has got this permission? So before it was said that the scheduled commercial banks, excluding the small finance banks, excluding the regional rural banks and excluding the payment banks. So these were excluded from providing the pre-approved credit line through the UPI. Okay. Only the scheduled commercial banks, excluding the small finance banks, regional rural banks, excluding the payment banks. So these were excluded from providing the pre-approved credit line through the UPI. But now it has been said that the, very good, small finance banks, they will be allowed to provide the pre-approved credit line through the UPI framework. So basically in 2023, in September 2023, it was said that the UPI scope is being expanded, and through the UPI, the pre-sanctioned credit line or the pre-approved credit line can be provided by the scheduled commercial banks, excluding payment banks, small finance banks and regional rural banks. But this guideline, it was updated as on February 2025, and it is said that we are only excluding the payment bank and regional rural banks. The scheduled commercial bank, including the small finance bank. Now the small finance bank can also provide the pre-sanctioned credit line through the UPI system. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Now pre-sanctioned credit line means that pre-sanctioned credit line, it is providing a borrowing limit, because you are a depositor in a bank, you have some funds in the bank and you have some regular source of or good deposits that you are maintaining in a bank. So they are providing you the pre-sanctioned credit line. Okay. So pre-sanctioned borrowing limit, it allows the customers to access the funds on demand without submitting a new loan application. So there is a limit, or there is a certain funds that are provided that you can use without filling a new loan application. Okay. Coming to the next question, the UCBs, the urban cooperative banks, they were required to follow the prescribed glide path to have at least 50%. They need to have at least 50% of their aggregate loans and advances comprising of small value loans. Now the small value loans, the definition has been changed for the small value loans. The definition before was that small value loans are those loans that are of less than 25 lakhs, or they are of 0.2% of the tier 1 capital, whichever is higher. Overall limit was 2 crores. Overall limit was 1 crore per borrower. Okay. So this was the definition before, that the small value loans are those loans that are of less than, or they are not more than 25 lakh or 0.2% of their tier 1 capital, whichever is higher. Now the definition has been changed. Okay. So what is the new definition now? So the small value loans are those loans that are not more than 25 lakh rupees, or 0.4% of their tier 1 capital, whichever is higher, subject to a overall ceiling of 3 crore per borrower. So here, yes, the answer is E. So give yourself 1 marks if you have given the right answer of this question. So the small value loans, their definition has been changed. Before it was that small value loans should not be more than 25 lakhs or should not be more than 0.2% of their tier 1 capital, whichever is higher, subject to the overall ceiling of 1 crore per borrower. Now the definition has been changed, that the small value loans should not be more than 25 lakh or 0.4% of their tier 1 capital, whichever is higher, subject to a ceiling of 3 crore per borrower. And by financial year 2025-26, that is by the end of the financial year 2025-26, the urban cooperative banks have to achieve at least minimum of 50% of small value loans. Okay. So this, in the review and rationalization of prudential norms, for the UCBs, the small value loans definition was changed. Okay. Now coming to the next question, that the risk weight on the exposure of scheduled commercial banks. Now the scheduled commercial banks, they provide loan, or they have the exposure to the NBFCs. That means they are providing some funds to the NBFCs. So scheduled commercial banks, they provide the funds to the NBFCs. Now a few years back, what happened, that the risk weight on the exposure of the scheduled commercial bank for the NBFC, the risk weight was increased for the funds that the scheduled commercial bank were providing to the non-banking financial companies. Okay. This was previously increased by how many percentage points for cases where the existing risk weight as per the external rating was below 100%. So yes, the risk weight was increased by 25 percentage points where the risk weight as per the external rating was below 100%. So here the answer is B. Okay. So the risk weight on the exposures of scheduled commercial bank to NBFCs, they were increased by 25 percentage points where the risk weight were below 100% as per the external rating. On a review, it has been decided to restore the risk weight applicable to such exposures to the previous level as per decided by the external rating. Okay. And I have taken a complete session on the risk weight on the loans, that is, or the bank finance that is provided to the NBFC and the microfinance loans. So if you want to understand the whole news article, you can see that session. So this is the basic idea that I have provided, that before the risk weight was increased by 25 percentage points, but now the risk weight has been restored to the levels that is decided by the external rating organization. Coming to the next question, in November 2023, risk weights on consumer credit, including personal loans but excluding housing loans, education loans, vehicle loans and loans secured by gold and gold jewelry, was increased to 125%. Okay, so risk weight for the consumer credit, including the personal loans, the risk weight was increased to 125%. On a review, the risk weight has been changed, and which of the following statements is or are incorrect in regards to the recent direction of the RBI? So try to answer this question. Let's see how many of you are able to answer this. Okay, so here it has been decided that the microfinance loans, that the small microfinance loans are such loans, the microfinance loans are such loans that are given to a family, that are given to the individuals, that are having the annual income less than 3 lakh rupees. Okay, so microfinance loans are the small loans that are given to such individuals or that are given to such people that have the annual income of less than 3 lakh rupees. Okay, so it has been decided that microfinance loans in the nature of consumer credit, including the personal loans, shall be excluded from the applicability of the higher risk weight. Their risk weight is going to be applicable at 100% only. Okay, so this is the microfinance loans in the nature of consumer credit. They will continue. Now their risk weight is going to be restored at 100%. That was increased to 125%. So it is going to come back to 100%. So this is absolutely correct. Microfinance loans which are not in the nature of consumer credit and they are coming under the category of regulatory retail portfolio. That means they are the loans that are in the category of regulatory retail portfolio. They attract the risk weight of 75%. They attract the risk weight of 75%. So microfinance loans which are not in the category of consumer credit, including personal loans, as well as they are in the category of regulatory retail portfolio, that is regulatory retail portfolio, so they attract the risk weight of 75%. So this is wrong. The first one was correct. All microfinance loans, let it be the microfinance loans for the consumer credit, let it be microfinance loans for any other purpose, all the microfinance loans that is extended by RRBs and the local area banks, they shall attract a risk weight of 100%. So this is correct. So the first and third statements are correct, but you have to tell incorrect statement. So that is second statement is incorrect, and that's why the answer is E, that is 2 only. Okay. So here I have taken a session, as I have told you that I have taken a session on the risk weight on the bank finance to NBFCs and microfinance loans, where we have discussed about regulatory retail portfolio and the microfinance loans. Okay. So in November 2023, the risk weight on consumer credit, including personal loans, the risk weight was increased to 125%. Now on the microfinance loans, in the nature of consumer credit, for these, the risk weight has come down to 100%. Or it has been restored to 100%. Now the risk weight for the regulatory retail portfolio, the risk weight for the microfinance loans which are not in the nature of consumer credit and they are coming under the regulatory retail portfolio, they attract a risk weight of 75%. Okay. Now claims that are retail claims for regulatory retail purposes included in the regulatory retail portfolio, so they attract the risk weight of 75%. Okay. Now all the microfinance loans, when we talk about the RRBs and the local area banks, all the microfinance loans extended by these entities, they shall attract a risk weight of 100%. So this is the idea. Okay. Now the next question is that the RBI is introducing exclusive internet domains for financial sector participants, including banking, non-banking entities. So Indian banks will have a bank.in domain and the non-bank entities will have a fin.in domain. The registrations for the same will commence from the April 2025, and who will act as the exclusive registrar for the RBI's newly introduced domains. So that you have to tell that who will be the exclusive registrar for these domains. So RBI has introduced these domains so that it is easily identifiable that which are the authentic websites, so that you are not getting into any fraud or you are not getting cheated by anyone. So you can identify the original website, you can identify the original links directly. Bank.in will be for the banks and fin.in will be for the non-banking entities, that are the financial entities. So the exclusive registrar is going to be the Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. So IBRDT, this is going to be the exclusive registrar for these domains. Okay. So this is the idea. So RBI has introduced these exclusive internet domains. RBI's move is to provide the exclusive domains so that there is the phishing attacks that are happening, or the threat is reduced for the cheating. Okay. So this is the idea. Now coming to the next question, the RBI has established a working group to conduct a comprehensive review of trading and settlement timing across the market it regulates. So RBI regulates the different market. RBI regulates the government securities market. RBI regulates the foreign exchange market. So RBI is regulating the different markets. So in these markets, the RBI wants that there should be a synchronized timing that should happen, a supplementary timing that should happen. So the RBI has created a working group for the comprehensive review of trading and settlement timings across the market it regulates. So this initiative aims to assess the market efficiency, identify the operational challenges and explore potential adjustment to trading hours, that how the trading hours can be moved so that there is a synchronization between the working of the different markets that are under the Reserve Bank of India. So now who has been appointed as the chairperson of RBI's working group established to review the trading and settlement timings across the regulated markets? So it is Radhashyam Ratho. Very good everyone. So whoever has given the right answer, they can give themselves 1 mark for this question. So absolutely correct answer. So the RBI has created a working group with the chairperson Shri Radhashyam Ratho, who will provide, and this whole committee, whole working group, they will provide the recommendations that how the synchronized and complementary market and settlement timings can be brought for the various markets under the regulation of the Reserve Bank of India. I have taken a complete session on this topic, so I hope you have seen that session and you know that this working group has been created by the Reserve Bank of India for the synchronization and the complementary market and settlement timings across various financial market segments that are under the Reserve Bank of India. Okay. So this is the idea. Now there is the RBI notification that is released regarding the government securities transactions between a primary member of the NDSOM and its own gilt account holder. So as this is a RBI notification, even though it was in Finance Current Affairs, but this is the RBI notification. So I will take the questions on this. I will bring the questions on this topic in the next session, that is on Thursday next week, and in that session I will take the questions on this. In that session I will briefly talk about it. Okay. So Thursday next week you will have the February 2025 monthly revision session for RBI notifications and the RBI press releases. Okay. So in that session we will discuss about this topic. This was in Finance Current Affairs, but this was also in the notifications. Okay. Coming to the next question. So we are only a few questions left for the Finance Current Affairs. So Reserve Bank has launched mobile application that will provide the access to more than 11,000 different series of economic data related to the Indian economy in a user-friendly and visually engaging format. So which of the following is the name of the mobile application that has been launched by the Reserve Bank of India? So this you must know about. It is RBI data. Very good everyone. So RBI data is the answer. So the Reserve Bank of India has launched, the RBI has launched the RBI data, a mobile application that offers the macroeconomic data, the data for the whole of the country, the data for the financial domain relating to the Indian economy in a user-friendly and visually engaging format. Okay. So this is your RBI data mobile application. Coming to the next question, what is the primary objective of the IRDAI in launching the Bima Vahak portal? Okay. So as you know that there is a Bima Trinity. The Insurance and Regulatory Development Authority of India has launched the Bima Trinity. Okay, in the Bima Trinity, there is Bima Sugam, there is Bima Vahak, and there is Bima Vistar. Okay, so this is the Bima Trinity, Bima Sugam, Bima Vahak and Bima Vistar. So now, what is the main aim or primary objective of Bima Vahak, that you have to tell me. So the main objective of Bima Vahak is to establish a women-centric insurance distribution channel. Okay, so this is the idea. So recently what has happened, that the Bima Vahak's portal is ready for soft launch. Soft launch means that when a new product is being released, before a pilot is released, before the launch of the full product, a pilot is released for a limited group of customers. Okay, so the release of a new before the release of a new product, the new product is released for the restricted audience. This is the soft launch. Okay, so Bima Vahak's portal is ready for soft launch in April 2025. So now I have told you about Bima Vahak, that is a women-centric workforce operating at Gram Sabha level to provide the insurance at the local level, at the local areas. So this is Bima women-centric localized insurance field sales force that is under the Bima Vahak. So Bima Vahak is the initiative to include the women to promote the insurance. Bima Sugam is a one-stop digital platform through which you can see the insurance products of the different insurance companies and you can buy the insurance product that you like. So it is like the Amazon where you can see the different products. So in the Bima Sugam you can see the different insurance that the different companies are providing. Bima Vistar, this is another part of the Trinity. So Bima Vistar, this is all-in-one insurance product that is specifically launched for the low income group, so that they have the bundled policy that covers life, health, property and accidents. It provides defined benefits for each of the category. So this is specifically for the low income group. So this is the Bima Trinity, Bima Vahak, Bima Sugam and Bima Vistar. The Bima Vahak's portal is ready to soft launch and it will soon be soft launched in the April 2025. Now through the Bima Vahak, it is a women-centric workforce that is available. Now coming to the next question. So only one more question is left. So Bima Asba, that is the Bima application supported by blocked amount. So Bima Asba, that is for the insurance. There is the Asba that has been launched. So Bima Asba is a new payment mechanism launched by the IRDI to streamline the insurance premium payment process. So through the Bima Asba, now the insurance premium can be taken, or insurance premium payment can happen. So under this system, policyholders can opt for UPI's one-time mandate and authorize the blocking of a specified amount up to rupees dash in their bank account via UPI. So try to answer this question, that Bima Asba, this is the Bima application supported by blocked amount. This is a new payment mechanism that is launched by the IRDI for the payments of the insurance premiums. Now through the UPI, the payments can happen up to the limit of how much, and how much of the funds can be blocked in the UPI, through the UPI for the insurance premiums. Okay. So this is the one-time mandate. So under this system, policyholders can opt for UPI's one-time mandate and authorize the blocking of a specified amount up to rupees 2 lakh in their bank account via UPI. So this is the idea for the premium payments. Up to 2 lakh can be blocked for the premium payments. Okay. So this is the whole news article that you can see. Under the system, the policyholders that are buying the policy or that are giving the premiums for the insurance, they can opt for UPI's one-time mandate and authorize the blocking of a specified amount up to 2 lakh in their bank account. Coming to the last question for today from my end, then Gurkirat Sir will be taking over. So an internal committee of the RBI is reviewing the entire economic capital framework of the central bank. Based on the committee's recommendation regarding contingency risk buffer, the RBI will discuss the matter with the board of governors and the government at a later stage. So which committee was set up by the RBI in November 2018 that had reviewed the economic capital framework before and that had provided the recommendations before. So before there was the setting up of the committee, that was Bimal Jalan Committee. This was set up, it was set up in November 2018 that reviewed the economic capital framework and provided several recommendations, including maintaining the contingency risk buffer within the range of 5.5% to 6.5% of the central bank's balance sheet. So Bimal Jalan Committee was this. Okay. So RBI has recently said that it is reviewing its economic capital framework focusing on contingency risk buffer. So ECF, that is economic capital framework, it is a methodology for determining the appropriate level of risk provisions that the RBI should be maintaining and profit distribution between the, like, how the profit has to be distributed to the central government, how much profit has to be given to the central government, how much dividend has to be given to the central government. So Bimal Chalan Committee, constituted in 2018, aimed to ensure appropriate risk provisions and sustainable profit distribution with the central government. Okay. The committee recommended maintaining the contingency risk buffer within the range of 5.5% to 6.5%. Now currently the RBI is maintaining 6.5% of contingency risk buffer. So RBI is maintaining the maximum risk buffer. Okay. So RBI is maintaining 6.5% of the risk buffer for the March 31st, 2024. So this is the idea. Now the ECF review is recommended every 5 years, and now the internal review is happening of the economic capital framework. So now I will welcome Gurkirat Sir, who will be taking over the revision session for the ESI current affairs. Okay. So I hope you were able to understand, like you were able to revise the topics, and I hope this session is helping you. So thank you everyone.
Okay, so good evening everyone and welcome to the session. So I hope now you have enjoyed the finance current affairs. Government schemes, we have already taken a session previous week. Okay, so now it's a time for revision of current affairs here, as we have done in the month of January. Same thing we are following in the month of February also. Okay, so now it's a time to start with the ESI current affairs here. Okay, ji, I hope the Josh is high. Fatafat mein next 30-35 minutes mein we will be quickly revising the important ESI current affairs, and then we will proceed with the GA section here. Okay, ji. So let's begin with the first question here. My first question is on the important thing, because Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises has launched an initiative by the name of MSME teams. Okay. Now the question I am asking you is that this MSME teams has been launched in partnership with the ONDC. Now this initiative aims to onboard how much MSMEs on the ONDC network, with 50% of them which would be run by the women-led business here. And this is a style of question we have seen in the examination of 2023, where the length of the question was very, very big. ठीक है, question काफी लंबे आए थे. चलिए जी बताइए यहाँ पे what will be the answer here? The initiative aims to onboard how many MSMEs here? The answer is that is initiative aims to onboard 5 lakh MSMEs. So 5 lakh MSMEs have to be onboarded, ठीक है जी, for a period of 3 years. For a period of 3 years with a budget allocation of 277 crore rupees here. Simple thing है, हमने ONDC के बारे में पिछले सेशन में पढ़ा था. We have talked about ONDC in the previous class of the month of January. So my question is simple to you. Can you tell me ONDC is being implemented by which of the following? Or ONDC was developed by which organization? ONDC was developed by Protein E-Governance and your Quality Council of India. It's a Section 8 company. We have discussed. It is executed by DPID, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, is the executing body for ONDC here. What is the main objective of ONDC? Basically to democratize the e-commerce network. To democratize the e-commerce network. And as we have discussed, the question has already been asked, the descriptive based question has been asked on ONDC in the RBI examination. So that's why this topic is very, very important, and any update in this specific initiative is very, very important for the examination point of view. Let's proceed further with my next question. So we know guys that the Union Budget and Economic Survey was released. Economic Survey was released at the later half of January, that is on 31st of January, on the 1st of February, your Union Budget was launched. So there were many articles where many initiatives have been discussed in the Union Budget. Specifically, if I talk about here, many schemes have been discussed. अभी भी budget session चल रहा है तो काफी important news आप expect कर सकते हैं, that will be there also. My question here is that in the Union Budget this year, 2025-26, the gender budget has been increased from 6.8% in 24-25. So what is the increase in the gender budget now? It has been increased from 6.8% to what percentage? And now guys, if you look at the examination of 2024, we are seeing that they are asking questions little bit in depth, but more and more of factual based questions are being asked now. So tell me what will be the answer now? Gururaj, Aditya, happy guys, please tell me what will be the answer. Answer here is 8.86%. Option B. This is a pure factual based question. we have to know the answer. The answer is 8.86% here. ठीक है जी. इसके साथ क्या हुआ था? The seventh Poshan Pakhwada initiative has been started here, where the objective will be focusing on malnutrition, early childhood nutrition, healthy lifestyle, and the promotion of nutrition for the children here. Okay ji. But the important point was this point. The gender budget is 8.86% here. Let's go with my next question here. That's on the foreign direct investment. So we have seen in the unit budget, there was a major announcement regarding the insurance sector here, FDI in insurance sector. But along with that, there was an article in Press Information Bureau regarding the foreign direct investment in various sectors here. So here are the three sectors. You have to tell me in insurance, defense, and telecom sector, what is the sectoral reform that has been taken with regards to the FDI policy here. First is written, so you have to match the follower here. First is 100% FDI has been permitted under the automatic route for which among the following. Then it says FDI limit has been raised from 49% to 74% under the automatic route for companies with the new industrial license here. Then it says FDI sectoral cap has been increased to 100% from the 74% that was the earlier criteria here. You have to tell me कौन सा यहाँ पे correctly matched है. So if you have seen my unit budget video, the most important thing that we've discussed was with regards to insurance sector here. Insurance sector, the FDI has been enhanced from 74% to 100% here, which means my first option should be C here. So this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Then comes my second option. Defense sector FDI limit has been enhanced from 49 to 74%, not 100%. So under foreign direct investment, limit for defense sector is only 74%. That's why here my answer will become option number A, 1C, 2B and 3A here. तो यहाँ पे condition क्या थी? What was the condition here? That we have enhanced FDI from 74% to 100%. But condition क्या है? Condition ये थी जो यहाँ पे that the 100%, the premium that these insurance companies will be generating, they will be investing the whole amount in India. That was the condition here that has been proposed under the FDI sectoral limit for insurance sector. Now for telecom sector, it is 100% that has been permitted under the automatic route. Okay ji? Chalo. Let's look at now a paragraph-based question on the economic and social issues. So here's a paragraph given in front of you. You have to tell me with regards to disaster resilience, which of the following initiative has been talked about here. तो मुझे बताइए कौन से initiative के बारे में discussion किया जा रहा है. Quickly, Happy Aditya, tell me what will be the answer for this purpose. Which initiative is being talked about here? It is talking about a very important initiative which is headquartered in India. That is CDRI, Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Now let's look at the question on CDRI. Here is my first question that I have framed on the CDRI. Recently in the month of February, the CDRI has released this disaster risk and resilience assessment framework to enhance the resilience of India's telecom sector here. With which organization did CDRI has released this DRRAF? बताइए. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Department of Telecommunication, Ministry of Finance, National Disaster Management Authority or Ministry of Rural Development. Now see here, there is a keyword given here, telecom sector. Now you have to see with regards to telecom sector, which of the following is matched correctly here. The answer here is that is Department of Telecommunication, because we are talking about the disaster in context of the telecom sector. So obviously the agreement will also be signed with the Department of Telecommunication. Getting my point? है ना? DOT, absolutely right. Let's look at the next question again on CDRI. The question is, when was the CDRI officially launched? In which year the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure was officially launched? 21, 18, 20, 19 or 22? So which year it was launched? It was launched in the year 2019. The Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure is being launched. Now here's the third question here. We have seen two questions, and from these two questions I got to know that this statement is absolutely wrong because it got launched in the year 2019. So which means this option is Gone. Now I just have to see whether my third statement or second statement is right. If my second statement is right, my answer will become directly option number C. Let me not see option number 2. Let me see option number 3 now. The CDRI is a legally binding intergovernmental organization under a formal treaty. That is wrong because it is not a legal binding treaty. It's it's not a governmental organization. It is not a legal binding treaty. So my answer will become option number 2 is the right answer here, because the primary focus of CDRI is to improve resilience across infrastructure systems, which include telecommunication, also against natural disaster here. Now I have a very basic question for you guys. Okay, can you tell me where is the headquarter of CDRI, or where is the secretariat of CDRI that is located in India? Where we have a secretariat of CDRI? A very easy question, guys. We might feel कि यार ये क्यों पूछेगा एग्जामिनर, but we do not know यार इतना बेसिक क्वेश्चन भी तो पूछ सकता है ना वो. CDRI is a secretariat. Its secretariat is in New Delhi. Whereas we have first organization, the first international organization that has its headquarters in India was ISA, that was in Gurugram. Then we have seen, we will discuss about another important organization, IPCA, International Big Cat Alliance. Here also its headquarters will be in India. Then is Global Biofuel Alliance. For Global Biofuel Alliance also the agreement has been signed that its secretariat will be set up in India. So which means now we have these 4 international organizations whose headquarters will be in India. So let's talk about CDRI now, Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. As I've discussed with you guys, it was set up in 2019 under the United Nations Climate Action Summit. It's again a brainchild of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where the objective was to promote the resilience of new and existing infrastructure systems, where we can focus or where we can reduce the impact of natural disasters, and we could ensure that there is a sustainable development that is taking place here. In total, it has 49 member countries and 7 organizations are its members. Important is it is not an intergovernmental organization, neither it is a legal binding treaty. It's a multi-stakeholder initiative, multi-stakeholder, I could say, treaty or multi-stakeholder organization where the partners are there, but they do not have any legal binding here. The core cost of the first 5 years would be funded by India here. Members can provide voluntary support if they require, okay, which may include financial or in-kind contributions like expertise, hosting of events, and travel support can be provided here. Secretariat, as I've discussed, it is in New Delhi. So that is about very important organization CDRI that has been asked. Now let's focus on the next question. Next question is, guys, that recently the first ever regional conference dialogue on Global Coalition for Social Justice has taken place. If I talk about this specific event, it has focused on responsible business for inclusive and sustainable societies, which highlights that the coastline has 86 member, the coalition has 86 member countries here, which also includes India. My question is that the initiative was launched by International Labour Organization in which year? So again, the question is on the line of 2023 examination, where whole information regarding that specific initiative is being given in the paragraph, and then they have asked a question from the background of this thing. The question is, when was this specific initiative got launched? It was launched in the year 2023 by International Labour Organization. Talking about Global Coalition for Justice, it's an initiative of International Labour Organization, started in the year 2023. Name is suggesting Coalition for Social Justice. अब क्या करोगे social justice के लिए? We will focus on the coalition aims to provide platforms for government, financial institutions, academics so that they could collaborate on social justice initiatives. And there are 86 member countries which are part of this initiative. It also includes India. And this year, India has hosted this first ever regional dialogue of this specific coalition. Okay, ji? Chalo. Next is, which company became the first lender on government e-marketplace, government e-market Sahai 2.0, built on the OCEN framework? Now tell me what will be the answer here. MobiKwik, 121 Finance, Bajaj Finance, ICICI Bank या फिर HDFC Bank. What will be the answer here? Answer here will be, guys, option number B, 121 Finance is the right answer here. टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस स्पेसिफिक थिंग, ठीक है जी। अब देखो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज यहां पे क्या है, गवर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस अगेन दिस इज एन इनिशिएटिव दैट आई हैव डिस्कस्ड विद यू। ओके, नाउ आई हैव अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू गाइस, कैन यू टेल मी which state in India has become the first state in India who has abolished the tender system and has decided that the whole procurement of the government will be taken through the government e-market process? Can you tell me about this question also? Again, I am repeating the question. Which state in India has abolished the tender system and has now decided that the whole procurement of the state for the government offices will be done by, or the government procurement will now be done by the government e-marketplace portal? Can you tell me the answer for that specific state? This is how the interlinkage will be done. This is how interlinking will be done. क्योंकि वो क्वेश्चन करेगा क्या, वो आपके सर एग्जाम में क्या करेंगे, वो गवर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस पे पैराग्राफ बनाएंगे, उसी के आसपास घुमा घुमा के जो जो चीजें हुई है उस पर क्वेश्चन बनाएंगे. वन ऑफ दैट कैन बी दिस स्पेसिफिक इनिशिएटिव ऑल्सो, विच कंपनी बिकेम द फर्स्ट लेंडर, दैट इज 1-to-1 फाइनेंस. So the answer for that is Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh became the first state in India to abolish the tender system here. ठीक है जी. अब क्या है, 1-to-1 finance, which is an RBI registered NBFC, it has became the first lender on this government marketplace Sahai 2.0 initiative. Now what is this Sahai 2.0? It is an initiative which basically provide you a fast track credit to sellers registered on government marketplace portal. Okay ji. Now what it will do, it will improve financial inclusion for the MSMEs by facilitating quick and seamless access to the credit that they want. Talking about government e-marketplace Sahai initiative, this was launched in year 2021. Now, I have discussed about GEM also in the previous class. Government e-marketplace started in the year 2016. It's an initiative that is again a part of Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. ठीक है, it's a national database for public procurement. Okay ji, it's again a section 8 company. Then it has a portal by the name of government e-marketplace special purpose vehicle that was established in the year 2017. 2017 में public portal बना था. And now the procurement for the government is going to be undertaken under the government e-marketplace here. Recently, the data has also been released with regards to the public procurement in terms of government marketplace with regards to women's here. So remember guys, 3.8% of the public procurement on the government marketplace is actually undertaken by the women entrepreneurs. So please remember this data also, that under the government marketplace, 3.8% of the public procurement is done by the women entrepreneurs here. Let's move towards my next question here. ठीक है जी. Recently the Adi Mahotsav has taken place. What is the theme for this year's event of Adi Mahotsav? Because ज्यादा कुछ बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट था नहीं, बस यही क्वेश्चन बन सकता है, वो भी जनरली फेज 1 के लिए बनेगा. The theme here is option number B, that is a celebration of the spirit of entrepreneurship, tribal craft, culture, cuisine and commerce here. So TriFed has actually signed an agreement with Reliance Retail, SL Foundation and the Troja Melo, that's Indonesia, so that tribal entrepreneurship can be boosted here. And along with that, it has organized this Adi Mahotsav festival with the theme a celebration of the spirit of entrepreneurship, tribal craft, culture, cuisine and commerce here. Let's proceed with my next question here. That's regarding the Bay of Bengal program for intergovernmental organization. India has assumed the chairmanship of this specific initiative. You have to tell me which of the following is not a member of this Bay of Bengal intergovernmental organization. Tell me. It is regarding fishery sector now. Okay जी. And if you guys are preparing for NABARD, somehow guys अगर आप NABARD की तैयारी कर रहे हो तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. But on the contrary, if you are preparing for RBI this year, be it grade A और grade B, देखो क्योंकि बहुत बच्चों के माइंड में ये भी डाउट आ रहा होगा इस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे, तो काफी सेशंस हम लोग ले रहे हैं, बट काफी बच्चों के माइंड में मुझे लग रहा है डाउट आ रहा होगा सर क्या आरबीआई ग्रेड ए आएगा या ग्रेड बी आएगा. देखो यार जो रूमर्स हैं वो यही है कि शायद ग्रेड ए आए, हमें नहीं पता ग्रेड ए आएगा या ग्रेड बी आएगा, वो डू नॉट नो अबाउट दैट थिंग, बट सुना है कि सुन रहे हैं कि शायद ग्रेड ए आए. अब डाउट में दूसरा सवाल क्या आने वाला मन में अभी आएगा जो कि सर अगर ग्रेड ए आया ठीक है तो क्या करें, बिकॉज ग्रेड ए का तो ना हमें कोई सिलेबस पता है ना हमें ग्रेड ए का कोई पैटर्न पता है, तो क्या होगा. बट यार अगर कॉन्ट्रेरी देखा जाए नाबार्ड ग्रेड ए, सेबी ग्रेड ए, तो उसमें करंट अफेयर्स तो आता है ना. तो यही चीज हम भी एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि अगर आरबीआई ग्रेड ए आएगा तो ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि करंट अफेयर्स डिलीट हो जाए। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा, हो भी सकता है, बट इफ यू लुक एट द रिसेंट कंटेम्प्रेरी एग्जामिनेशन अलॉन्ग विद आरबीआई तो वहां पे करंट अफेयर्स होता है। अब करंट अफेयर्स में ईएसआई करंट अफेयर्स होंगे, नॉर्मल करंट अफेयर्स होंगे, स्कीम्स होंगे, रिपोर्ट्स होंगे, नहीं पता, बट अगर जनरल कंटेक्स्ट में देखा जाए तो तकरीबन सब चीजें आती ही एग्जाम में। तो मैं आपको ये बोलूंगा कि अगर आप इस अभी भी दुविधा में हो गया, यार ग्रेड बी आएगा, ग्रेड ए आएगा, मैं उसके बाद प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करूंगा, तो डिसीजन यू कैन टेक, बट मैं आपको यही एडवाइस करूंगा, ठीक है, फ्रॉम माई एक्सपीरियंस, दैट डू नॉट वेट टिल द एंड। एंड आई हैव सीन मैनी स्टूडेंट्स के बच्चे कहते हैं नहीं सर फरवरी में नहीं, मार्च में करंट अफेयर्स पढ़ना शुरू करेंगे, अप्रैल में पढ़ना शुरू करेंगे, बिकॉज आपने बोला लास्ट 3 मंथ्स है। आप देखो, मैंने गवर्नमेंट ई मार्केट प्लेस आपको जनवरी में भी पढ़ाया है, फरवरी में भी पढ़ा रहा हूं, ओएनडीसी मैंने आपको जनवरी में पढ़ाया, ओएनडीसी में फरवरी में भी पढ़ा रहा हूं। तो अगर आप एक ब्रॉडर हॉरिजन लेके करंट अफेयर्स को अर्ली स्टेज पे स्टार्ट करोगे, you will have a better clarity of current affairs and that will be easy for you, because जब नोटिफिकेशन आएगा तो आपका काफी टॉपिक्स जो रिपीट हो रहे हैं वो आपके पहले ही प्रिपेयर्ड होंगे। एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई वुड से ईएसआई करंट अफेयर्स, आरबीआई नोटिफिकेशन, दे प्ले वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। तो प्लीज आप जब भी सेशंस में आते हो, सो बी एक्टिव एंड आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू टू पार्टिसिपेट। कोई चीज नहीं समझ आई गाइस, वी आर ऑलवेज देयर फॉर यू, यू कैन आस्क मी ओपनली, है ना। क्लास में अगर छोटे होते क्लास में तो क्या करते थे, सर समझ नहीं आया प्लीज समझा दोगे, वहां यहां पे भी वही चीज है यार, बिकॉज ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द टेकिंग दिस सेशन इज कि हम लोग आपको समझाने आए हैं कि यार आपको कोई डाउट है तो हमसे पूछो, है ना, ये चीज है, ठीक है जी। चलो, तो कौन सा मेंबर नहीं है, कमिंग बैक टू दिस क्वेश्चन, आंसर इज म्यांमार। म्यांमार इसका मेंबर नहीं है, नॉट मालदीव्स हियर, ठीक है जी। इफ यू टॉक अबाउट दिस इनिशिएटिव, तो हुआ क्या है, इंडिया ने एज्यूम किया द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ दिस बे ऑफ बंगाल इंटर गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एट द 13th मीटिंग हियर। नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस इनिशिएटिव, इट गॉट लॉन्च्ड इन द ईयर 2003। ऑब्जेक्टिव सिंपल है, ठीक है जी, दैट इज इट गॉट इवॉल्व फ्रॉम द बे ऑफ बंगाल program of the Food and Agriculture Organization. Objective is it assists member countries in increasing the livelihood opportunities and improving the quality of life for small scale artisan fish flocks यानी fish people fisher folk in the Bay of Bengal region। तो fishermen उनको कैसे हम बेटर कर सकते हैं, उनकी लाइफ कैसे बेटर कर सकते हैं, क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ दे सकते हैं, that's what the scheme is there। Talking about India, guys, India is the world's second largest fish producer and it is the sixth largest marine capture fish producer। So please remember this thing, if you are preparing for NABARD examination, please remember this factual information, the question can be directly asked। Second largest fish producer, sixth largest marine capture fish producer। Coming to the member countries, the original members were Bangladesh, India, Maldives and Sri Lanka, they were the current members। Now if I talk about here, why Myanmar is not a member, because Myanmar is not a member, it's a non-contracting party। So MMT, Malaysia, Myanmar और Thailand, ये बेसिकली हमारे मेंबर नहीं है, they are the non-cooperating members here। Okay जी, let's proceed further with my next question here, that's on the Swayat initiative। So again, government e-marketplace has celebrated 6 years of Swayat initiative। Which of the following statements given here are correct? The government e-marketplace currently has 15% women entrepreneurs as sellers, that I've shown you is wrong here। Swayat initiative was launched in 2020. 8% of the government e-marketplace sellers are women entrepreneurs, so obviously they both are wrong। It is 3.8% procurement है। Government e-marketplace aims to decrease the number of women entrepreneurs on the platform। ये तो कभी भी नहीं होगा। Swayat initiative focuses only on startups, that's again wrong here। So my right answer is option number C, because that is the right statement। 8% of the total sellers are women in terms of procurement। 3.8% procurement जो पोर्टल पे हो रही है वो women कर रही हैं। Talking about Swayat initiative, it is startups, women and youth advantage through e-transaction initiative launched in the year 2019 to improve the ease of doing business, direct marketing linkage for startups, women-led enterprises, MSCs, micro and small enterprises, self-help groups and youth from backward sections। Here is the answer here। That's about Swayat initiative, again related to government e-marketplace। Next question is guys on India European Union Trade and Technology Council, ठीक है। Again you can see this organization, if you have consistently been going with current affairs from past 6 to 7 months, you might see this is again a very prominent organization where India is focusing a lot now. Okay, now this is a workshop that has been taken on electric vehicle charging technology under this specific council here. You have to tell me which of the following statements are correct regarding the Trade and Technology Council here. My question is that the Trade and Technology Council was established to address challenges in trade, trusted technology and security between India and European Union. The TTC has 3 working groups, including one on green and clean energy. The TTC's second working group, that is on the Trade and Technology Council's working group 2 is led by the European Union's Commission on Joint Research Center here. So which of the following statements given here are correct? The answer will be option number A, 1 and 2 here, because if you see here, the group 2 is not led by European Union Commission, it is led by India. Working group 2 जो है वो इंडिया लेड कर रहा है, ना कि यूरोपियन यूनियन लेड कर रहा है. So that is why my answer will be option number B. Oh, sorry, option number A. 1 and 2 will be the right answer here. Okay, ji. Coming to this thing, guys, India-European Union Trade and Technology Council held its first workshop under the working group 2, Green and Clean Energy Technologies, which actually India is chairing. Okay, ji. If we talk about this specific council here, it got established in February 2023 and it serves as a coordination mechanism between India and the European Union, which focuses on 3 groups, that is strategic technologies, green energy, and the third one is trade and investment here. Okay ji, so that is why my first statement क्यों गलत है, because यहाँ पे इंडिया है ना कि यूरोपियन यूनियन है. Clear on this thing, everyone? चलो, let's look at my next question here. That's on recently Niti Aayog organized a workshop focusing on women entrepreneurship platform. Very, very important thing. If I talk about this initiative, WEP, again you can see this is one of the prominent organization where Niti Aayog is focusing from the past few months. बहुत ज्यादा न्यूज में आ रहा है वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्लेटफॉर्म. अब उसी में मैंने क्वेश्चन पूछा कौन सी स्टेटमेंट सही है. WEP was ideated and incubated at the Niti Aayog in 2017. In 2022, the WEP transitioned itself into a public-private partnership firm. WEP is a government-exclusive platform offering services only for women from rural areas. Is it the right statement? This is not wrong. It is wrong here. Answer will be option number A, 1 and 2. What's the reason for that? Because ये सिर्फ रूरल वुमेन्स के लिए नहीं है. It is both for women and rural and urban women. Objective of women entrepreneurship platform is it wants to provide all sort of those services which are required for the women entrepreneurs. Financing, mentorship, credit, ठीक है ना, skilling. So all these sort of things are going to be provided under women entrepreneurship platform here. ठीक है जी. Now if I talk about the thing here, recently the Niti Aayog and WP has a women entrepreneurship platform. The conference has taken place in Mizoram. So there are various initiatives that have been launched here. First one was the Women Entrepreneurship Platform Mizoram State Chapter. So the first ever WP State Chapter in Northeast has taken place in the state of Mizoram here. Then it says new shop ATR initiative of women in retail has been started. That is award to reward initiative has been started, where the objective is basically to support women entrepreneurs in retail sector. Then Project Maitri, which is an award has been given for a woman entrepreneur, Project Maitri, which is recognized as the woman homestay entrepreneur from Northeast India. ठीक है जी. Winners के नाम यहाँ पे दिए हुए हैं that you can just read when you get the PDF here. Let's talk about WEP. As I told you, it was started in, or it was incubated in 2017, ideated in 2017. Then in 2022, actually it got transitioned into a public-private partnership firm. It's a first of its kind unified access portal that brings together women from different parts of India to realize their entrepreneurial aspirations. Like it provides you skills, it provides you mentorship, it connects you with the entrepreneurs, जो कि successful entrepreneurs हैं. And the obvious thing is it also provides you, or it also helps you to make some strong connections, because you can get credit here, you can get mentorship here, you can get skills here. This is about Women Entrepreneurship Platform initiative of Niti Aayog. चलिए, let's proceed further now. Now here again, it's a paragraph given on Ramsar Convention. Clear cut, we can see there's a paragraph on Ramsar Convention. Now, what is the smart work you have to do here? Obviously, you will see lot and lot of paragraph based question there. पर देखो यहाँ पे clear cut ही मुझे पता चल गया Ramsar Convention. तो मुझे आगे घूमना ही नहीं है. Clear cut, let's talk about Ramsar wetland sites here. Now, straight away in my mind, the question should be there that Ramsar wetland sites, there are 4 new Ramsar wetland sites that have been now became part of India. So, in total, now we have 89 Ramsar wetland sites that are there in India. And from here, let's try to think about what are the questions that can be here. पहला क्वेश्चन ये हो सकता है कि 4 वेटलैंड्स है तो कहां पे बनी है. एक क्वेश्चन ये हो सकता है माइंड में. देखो ये भी सेल्फ एजम्पशन थोड़ा सा लेके चलो कि रामसर है तो थोड़ा सा दिमाग में चीजें आने लगे, रामसर क्यों न्यूज में था. ठीक है, चलो let's look at the first question. पहला क्वेश्चन क्या है? As per the given passage, which of the following states have secured their first ever Ramsar site? That is what has been written here. Dash and dash have secured their first ever Ramsar site. Tell me. So what are these two sites? What are these two states? Tell me quickly in the chat section. What will be the answer for that? Guys, very easy question. That is Sikkim and Jharkhand. So Sikkim and Jharkhand have received or have got their first ever Ramsar site. Let's proceed towards the next question here. Next question is, as per the given passage, which state has now the most number of Ramsar sites in India? So which state in India has the maximum number of Ramsar sites? Tell me. Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Kerala, Assam. Again, the answer is very simple. That is Tamil Nadu will be the right answer here. And how many Ramsar sites does it have? It has 20 Ramsar sites. Then it is followed by Uttar Pradesh, which has 10 Ramsar sites. So you should be thought about these things also. 20 Ramsar sites है तमिल नाडु में, 10 Ramsar sites हैं उत्तर प्रदेश में. Ramsar Convention कब हुआ था? 1971 में. And Ramsar is a place in Iran. Let's look at my next question here. Match the following Ramsar sites. ठीक है जी. The first one is Sakar Kotai Bird Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu. Then we have Tirthangal Bird Sanctuary. Then we have Kicho Pallari Wetland. Then we have Udhwa Lake. Tell me what will be the answer now. Sweetie Singh, one is A. ठीक है जी, let's say 2 is D. So we know first and second, they are both are from Tamil Nadu. So again I can get the answer. 1 is A, 2 is D. Did I get the answer here? ठीक है जी. अब देखो 1A है, 2D है. Now सिक्किम की पहली कौन सी बनी थी? That is खिचियो पलरी. खिचियो पलरी wetland in Sikkim has become the first wetland site of Sikkim, and then Udhwa Lake has become the first wetland site of Jharkhand here. So my answer will become option number A. 1A, 2D, 3C and 4B will be my right answer here. So guys, please do remember these two Ramsar wetland sites. They are very important and direct question can be asked here. ठीक है जी. Let's look at my next question again on. अच्छा, एक question और. Can you tell me what is the floating Ramsar floating wetland in India? Floating wetland in India क्या नाम है उसका? ठीक है जी. The floating wetland site in India. What is the name of that floating wetland site in India? Can you tell me where it is? Chalo. So let's take it as a homework for you guys. You have to tell me the floating water park, which is a wetland site also in India. Tell me the name of that specific thing. ठीक है जी, बताइए चलो. Let's see how many of you know the answer. ठीक है जी. That is Loktak Lake. Absolutely right. Loktak Lake is the right answer. Absolutely right. Chalo. Let's look at the next question here. That's again about another important thing, IBCA, because now officially the cabinet has approved the International Big Cat Alliance also. So tell me which of the following statements given here are incorrect in context of International Big Cat Alliance. Okay, ji. The question is, the National Tiger Conservation Authority is the nodal agency for IBCA. IBCA focuses on 7 big cats, that is tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, jaguar and puma. The IBCA aims to secure the future of big cats and their landscape, which involve 96 big cat range countries here. IBCA assembly at the ministerial level will be chaired by the Union Environment Minister. So is it Union Environment Minister who will be participating from India? Then we have, as of February 2025, IBCA membership include 20 countries including India. So what will be the answer here? Absolutely right. Option E is wrong because we do not have 20 countries. We have 27 member countries who are member of International Big Cat Alliance here. ठीक है जी? Let's talk about IBCA now. What is International Big Cat Alliance? It's again a brainchild of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It got started in the year 2023, जहां पे ऑब्जेक्टिव बेसिकली क्या था कि हमें 7 जो हमारी बिग कैट्स हैं, दैट इंक्लूड्स लायन, चीता, टाइगर, लेपर्ड, स्नो लेपर्ड, jaguar and puma. We have to conserve these 7 big cats here. Okay, which now include 27 countries. As I've discussed with you here, its secretariat will again now be setting up in India. India में ही बनेगा. कहाँ पे बनेगा अभी वो decided नहीं है, but India में बनेगा. ठीक है जी. Nodal agency for this will be NTCA, National Tiger Conservation Authority. Then if I talk about governance structure, so assembly will include members, standing committees, secretariat, where the important thing is that at ministerial level, it will always be chaired by the Union Environment Minister of India. ठीक है जी? That is the important thing regarding this specific thing. And the structure will be similar to International Solar Alliance, which is the headquarters of ISA, that is in Gurkirat. ठीक है जी? चलो. Let's proceed to the next question here, guys. As of 31st of January, which of the following state is not listed among the top 5 performing states in terms of solar power capacity? And this is a new set of questions we have now starting seen from the exam from the year 2023 and 2024 onwards. तो ऐसा क्वेश्चन भी आपको कहीं ना कहीं देखने को हर बार मिलता है कि not listed among top 5 performing states in terms of solar energy. Tell me what will be the answer here. Rajasthan, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh. For which is the not among top 5? Hanji, the answer is that is option number E. 5 only is the right answer here because Uttar Pradesh is not among top 5. If it's not Uttar Pradesh, Guru Raj, can you tell me which is the state then? If it's not UP, then which is the state? It is Madhya Pradesh. Absolutely right. It's Madhya Pradesh here. ठीक है जी. So India has surpassed the 100 gigawatt of solar power capacity. That was the main news here, where it has accounted. It is now counting for 47% of the total installed renewable energy capacity in India. India wants to achieve a target of 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuels. That is our target by 2030. In terms of top performing states, they are Rajasthan, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh are the top performing states here. Let's look at my next question here. Which of the following is not a feature of JC Bose grant launched by the ANRF? ANRF again we have discussed in the previous class, Anusandhan National Research Fellowship, in the previous monthly session of ESI Current Affairs, that's in January. Again, my request will be to you guys that if you have not watched that specific session, please do watch that session. Let's now talk about this JC Bose grant. So which of the following is not a feature? It provides rupees 25 lakh per year as the research funding for 5 years. It's eligible for senior Indian scientists or researchers with a proven track record. Maximum age limit for availing the grant is 60 years. That is wrong. It's not 60 years. It is 68 years. That's wrong here. So include the additional annual overhead. ये बिल्कुल ठीक है. फिर था named after renowned Indian scientist Jagdish Chandra Bose, who is also considered as the father of radio and wireless communication. So my answer is option number C here. Talking about the JC Bose grant, so first of all eligible. It is actually eligible to the senior Indian scientists or researchers who have a proven track record in the excellence. मतलब उन्होंने पहले ही बहुत अच्छा काम किया है. They must hold at least a professor level position or equivalent to an Indian university. Funding, 25 lakh per year will be the funding that will be provided for the research for a period of 5 years. Then additional annual overhead of rupees 1 lakh will be given for the implementing institute. And the maximum age for grant will be 68 years. Now if we talk about here, as I've told you, it's named after Jagdish Chandra Bose, जो कि बोला जाता है father of radio and wireless communication, भी उनको बोला जाता है. Let's move towards my next question here. Based on the detail of India's marine ecosystem, Which of the following combination are correct here? India is the world's second largest fish producer. Fish producer, around 28 million people are engaged in this sector here. Next is India is the fourth largest marine capture fish producer. अभी पढ़ाया था जब मैंने आपको पढ़ाया था Bay of Bengal Intergovernmental Organization that India is not the fourth, India is the sixth largest marine capture fish producer, which is contributing about 1/4 of the total marine production here. So second statement is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. First is right. So my answer become option number B, 1 and 3 here. तो यार ये स्मार्ट चीजें हमें करनी पड़ेंगी, ठीक है ना, क्योंकि मैं सिंपल बता रहा हूं, जितना ज्यादा आप स्मार्टली, जितना ज्यादा आप ओपन माइंड से क्वेश्चन पेपर सॉल्व करोगे, उतना पेपर आपके थोड़ा सा आसान बनने वाला, अदर मुश्किल हो जाएगा नहीं तो, ठीक है जी। क्योंकि हमने पढ़ा था फोर्थ नहीं सिक्स्थ है, तो आई नो सेकंड इज रॉन्ग, फर्स्ट तो सही है ना, तो इसका मतलब 2 देखा और देखा 3 ओनली तो बन ही नहीं सकता, आंसर में 1 तो होना चाहिए, तो 1 and 3 मेरा आंसर यहाँ पे बन जाएगा। एंड थर्ड इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट, इंडिया हैज 13 कोस्टल स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरीज, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 11,099 किलोमीटर है, और एक्सक्लूसिव इकोसिस्टम कवरिंग 2.20 मिलियन स्क्वायर किलोमीटर। ओके जी, दैट्स अबाउट द सेम डाटा हियर। Next is based on India's export data for the year 2023-24, which of the following combinations represent the ascending order of the top 5 regions in terms of export destination? Again, it's a very very difficult question, और इस तरह के पेपर ही हमने 23-24 में क्वेश्चंस देखे हैं। Talking about ascending order, tell me what will be the answer? North America, European Union, Northeast Asia, West Asian Gulf, or ASEAN? Let's see how many of you know the answer. And honestly, tell me in the chat section how many of you are going to skip this kind of question. Honestly. बताओ जी. And then I want all of you to participate here. इस क्वेश्चन में. तभी आगे बढ़ेंगे. Because बहुत ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है. इतना आसान नहीं है, बहुत ही ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन है, तो आपको मुझे बताना है इसका आंसर क्या होगा. आदित्य सिंह ऑप्शन नंबर डी. चलो. How many of you are we going to skip? Guru Raji Singh sir, I will skip the question. Okay, let's see the answer here. Aditya is sure that sir option D answer होगा. Let's see. So answer is option number C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the right answer here. इसी sequence में ही है ascending order. If you see here, the top 5 regions include, that's the same order: North America, European Union, Northeast Asia, West Asia, and then we have Asian countries here. Guys, पढ़ना अच्छी बात है कि आपको चीजें याद हैं, बट आई विल से इफ यू सी दीस सॉर्ट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इन द एग्जामिनेशन, डू नॉट बी इमोशनल देयर, बेटर इज टू लीव दिस सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस। ये क्वेश्चन बनाया ही हमने इसलिए था आपके लिए कि यार हमें जितना मर्जी हमने पढ़ा, चाहे मुझे याद भी हो, इफ आई एम नॉट 100% श्योर, आई शुड स्किप दिस सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस। तभी क्वेश्चन छोड़ोगे तभी फायदा, बिकॉज बहुत डिफिकल्ट है असेंडिंग ऑर्डर याद करना। आपको सारा ऑर्डर थोड़ा याद होगा, टॉप 5 याद है, बहुत अच्छी बात है, असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में याद करना मुश्किल है। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आपको याद नहीं होगा, हो जाएगा, आप 3-4 बार पढ़ोगे हो जाएगा, बट स्टिल आई वुड से इफ यू आर नॉट श्योर, बेटर इज टू स्किप दिस सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस हियर। ओके जी, टोटल एक्सपोर्ट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट हियर, सो मर्केंटाइज एक्सपोर्ट इज अराउंड $437 billion एंड सर्विस एक्सपोर्ट इज अराउंड $340 billion हियर। टॉप 10 कंट्रीज इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट डेस्टिनेशन आर यूएसए, यूएई, नेदरलैंड, चाइना, सिंगापुर, यूके, सऊदी अरेबिया, बांग्लादेश, जर्मनी एंड इटली। सो अगेन आई वुड से इसको जब आपको पीडीएफ मिलेगा, इसके बारे में इसको क्रैम नहीं करना, जस्ट हैव अ बेसिक आइडिया है, 2-3 बार पढ़ लोगे तो आइडिया लग जाएगा, ठीक है जी। चलिए, लेट्स प्रोसीड टुवर्ड्स माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, दैट्स विद रिगार्ड्स टू विस्तार इनिशिएटिव। डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर्स वेलफेयर इज इंप्लीमेंटिंग प्रोजेक्ट विस्तार to develop a unified digital ecosystem for agriculture. You have to tell me what is the full form of Vistar here. So what does Vistar stands for? Tell me guys. Vistar basically stands for the virtually integrated system to access agriculture resources will be the answer here. Talking about project Vistar, ठीक है जी, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has signed an agreement with multiple states to implement this specific initiative. ठीक है जी, स्टेट्स ये हैं, दैट्स ओडिशा, बिहार, उत्तर प्रदेश, कर्नाटका, आंध्र प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश एंड राजस्थान फॉर ऑनबोर्डिंग दिस स्पेसिफिक इनिशिएटिव। इंपॉर्टेंट इज अंडर दिस इनिशिएटिव देयर इज नो सेपरेट फंड दैट वुड बी अलॉटेड, कोई सेपरेट फंड अलॉट नहीं होगा। एंड फॉर द तो एमओयू हैज बीन साइंड विद एक्सटेप फाउंडेशन एंड DigiGreen फॉर कंटेंट डेवलपमेंट एंड एक्टेप फॉर बेसिकली डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द विस्तार डिजिटल पब्लिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नेटवर्क हियर। और आईआईटी मद्रास ने जो है वो कंटेंट शेयर करेगा फॉर द एग्री स्टार्टअप्स ऑन दिस स्पेसिफिक पोर्टल हियर। Let's go with my second last question, question number 23, that is on PCAF framework. That is Partnership for Carbon Accounting Financials. Indian Overseas Bank has recently joined the Partnership for Carbon Accounting Financials to measure and disclose the greenhouse gas emissions linked to its financial activities. You tell me which was the first bank to join this specific initiative, or which bank? ठीक है जी, that is SBI, PNB, Union Bank of India, Bank of Baroda या फिर Canara Bank. And that's good to see every one of you have just given the answer option number C. Absolutely right, guys. UBI, Union Bank of India, is the right answer here. If I talk about here, Indian Overseas Bank has now basically joined this Partnership for Carbon Accounting Financial. ठीक है जी, but जब ये start हुआ था 2015 में, it was Union Bank of India which was the first Indian bank to join this specific initiative, with the objective is to standardize the measurement and disclosure of carbon emission by the financial institutions, is the answer here. Let's move towards my final question with regards to ESA current affairs here. Based on the details of the Green Transition Alliance India, which of the following statements given here are correct? Denmark has announced the GTAI initiative so that it could enhance collaboration with India on sustainable energy solution. The GTAI initiative supports India's target of achieving net zero emission by 2047. That is wrong. Reason, India का net zero emission target 2045 है ही नहीं, ये 2070 है. And it is not, GTAI initiative is not supporting India's target. It is actually supporting the target of Denmark. It is Denmark target that is supported here. The structure of GTAI includes 3 working groups focusing on renewable energy, green fuels and energy efficiency. That is right here. So my answer become option number A. 1 and 3 will be my right answer here. ठीक है जी? Talking about this alliance. So Denmark has announced this alliance here. And if I talk about why this alliance is important, सबसे पहले India's target of net zero emission by 2070 can be achieved. It is supporting that thing. It aligns with Denmark's goal of achieving net zero emission by 2047. And it's a part of Green Strategic Partnership that was signed in 2020 between India and Denmark here. And it comprises of these 3 working groups, that is renewable energy, green fuels and energy efficiency here. So this was all about your economic and social issues section, guys. Okay, I hope the finance section was good. I hope this ESA section has really helped you in getting a brief idea of what are the important topics that were seen in news. बाकी अब GA की बारी है, वो देवांशु सर आपके साथ लेंगे. ठीक है जी? So over to देवांशु सर. भाई गाइस, आपको कोई भी डाउट है तो यू कैन आस्क योर डाउट हियर इफ यू हैव अ डाउट हियर. ठीक है जी, चलिए चलो. So guys, it was really nice to have an interaction with you guys. Now it's the time for Devanshu sir with GA section.
Thank you, Gurkirat sir. And my dear friends, I hope ki you are really enjoying the today's session, right? So now we will be moving towards the general awareness session. So I have brought here around 85 to 90 questions for you, so that we will be covering the most important GA questions right now. Okay, so let's start the session without wasting any more time. And here is the very first question on the screen. The question is on the very easy line, that is National Deworming Day. So National Deworming Day basically celebrated on 10th of February every year, and you have to tell me on which another date when we celebrate the National Deworming Day. ठीक है, तो ये 2 डेट्स को सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है. बेसिकली इट इंक्लूड्स deworming children aged 1 to 19 to address health risks which are posed by these worms. So what exactly is the right answer? Please try to tell me here. So very good evening all the people here. So let's start answering the question to these parts. So I'm waiting for your responses in the chat box. Please tell me in the chat box what is the right answer. So people are saying option B. Aditya is saying option B. Yes, option B is the right answer. That is August 10. So National Deworming Day observed every year on 10th of February and August 10. तो ये इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट हुआ था 2015 में, और ये अभी तक का लार्जेस्ट डीवॉर्मिंग इनिशिएटिव है इन द वर्ल्ड, which basically reached 240 million children across the country. Right? So that's all from this question. That is the National Deworming Day. Moving ahead to the next question. Which company has rebranded itself as a Eternal? तो जब भी कोई rebranding होती है, it really becomes important. So आपके सामने 5 options हैं. You have to tell me here what is the right answer? Let me tell you that this GA part is going to be a rapid fire one because these questions are very quite direct in nature, right? यहाँ पर ज़्यादा explanation की requirement नहीं है. We are just required to see what exactly is the right answer. Okay, so very small information. And here Eternal, what is the name of the company which has rebranded itself as Eternal? It is option B, that is Zomato. So again, Zomato is the right answer. Aditya, Gururaj, Happy, all the people have given me the right answer. Well done, guys. Moving ahead. Next question, US after United States, what is the name of that country which is announced to withdraw from the World Health Organization? So WHO से किस country ने अपना withdrawal announce किया है recently? It's Brazil, Argentina, Canada, Australia, India. So this is a major organization, that is a World Health Organization, and whenever a country will be leaving it, it is really important for us to see that what is the name of that country. So what is it? It is Argentina. That is the right answer. So now, my dear friends, we always come that whenever we are covering such kind of international organizations, we have to make sure that we are covering the static portion also. Now you have to tell me that where is the headquarter of WHO? Please quickly tell me where is the headquarter of World Health Organization. In the previous years, we have seen some kind of questions, even such kind of questions comes as a part of the paragraph in the mains examination, that where is the headquarter, who is the Director General. So that's why it is very important for us to understand this. So when we talk about the headquarter, it is in Geneva, Switzerland. Okay, and when we talk about the Director General of WHO, who is the Director General of World Health Organization? The Director General of WHO is Dr. Tedros Adhanom. That is the right answer. Now, when exactly the organization was established? The organization was established on 7th of April 1948. Now, my dear friends, why exactly I have told you this date? Because 7th April, the date, it has been celebrated as the International Health Day, because on this date, World Health Organization was been established. That's why it is being called the International Health Day, that we celebrate every year on 7th of April 1948, right? When it was established. Moving ahead to the next question. International Day of Women and Girls in Science was observed. So what exactly is the theme of this day? This day is celebrated every year on 11th of February. So quickly try to identify what exactly is the theme for this year's celebration. We always tell you that whenever we are covering any important day, we have to remember the date as well as the theme. The date is 11th of February. The theme for this year is Building a Future for Women in Science. That is what the theme is, right? And recently we have also covered International Women's Day. Can anybody tell me in the chat box on which date we celebrate International Women's Day? I am waiting for your responses in the chat box. Quickly try to identify the right answer to this question. I am talking about International Women's Day. Just in the CT 360 series session, we have covered about International Women's Day. We celebrate that every year on 8th of March. Moving ahead to the next question, the AI Action Summit was being held recently in France. So you have to tell me that which country will be hosting the next edition of this summit. Very easy question. Whenever a summit is taking place, which country is hosting it is very important, and now as the next country which will be hosting this summit is India. That's why this question becomes important to be covered. So here what exactly it is? It is India, option D. Now I would like to ask you a very important part, my dear friends. That is, in 2026, India is going to celebrate a year of innovation. Can anybody tell me with which country India will be celebrating this year of innovation? The year of innovation will be celebrated by India along with which country? That is France. So France के साथ India will be celebrating its year of innovation. That's why I have covered it together here as a part of this, so that you can retain this part from the examination point of view. Okay. So France के अंदर AI Action Summit हुई. Next summit will be taking place in India, and this year India and France will be celebrating in 2026 the year of innovation. Moving ahead, the book I Am was compiled. So you have to identify the name of person who has compiled this book. I Am. It reflects his thoughts on spirituality and universal fraternity. So what is the name of this person who has compiled this book? The book has been compiled by Gopichand P. Hinduja, option C. Next question, Varun Chakravarti. So this question is for all the cricket lovers. Varun Chakravarti made his international debut and he was the second oldest Indian cricketer to make a debut at an age of 33 years. Against which team did he make his debut? So right now we all know IPL is going on, right? And in the past few times we have seen that India also won the ICC Champions Trophy. So we have to make sure that we are covering these important tournaments here. When we talk about the right answer to this part, the team against which Varun Chakravarti made his debut, it was England. ठीक है, अगर हम बात करते हैं oldest Indian cricketer, he was Farooq Engineer, who made his debut at the age of 36 years. He made ODI debut at the age of 36 years. The name is Farooq Engineer. So with this, we are also covering the static portion, some additional information about this news article, so that in the exam, if there's such kind of question is being asked, you are really able to answer it. Moving ahead, National Mass Drug Administration round for the elimination of lymphatic filariasis was implemented in dash endemic districts. So across 13 lymphatic filariasis endemic states, in how many districts this program is being implemented? That is what you have to tell me here. 50, 75, 100, 111 or 150. What exactly it is? Yes, Guru Raj, you have given me the right answer to that question. So what will be the right answer to this question? It is option D, that is 111 districts. So in 111 districts, lymphatic filariasis elimination program is taking place, and this aims to eliminate lymphatic filariasis. And when we talk about India, what is India's target year to eliminate lymphatic filariasis from India? That is 2027. Okay, 2027 is the right answer. And recently we have also covered the World TB Day. On which date we celebrate the World TB Day? It is, can anybody tell me the date on which we celebrate the World TB Day? That is 24th March. And we want to eliminate TB by which year? By which year we will be eliminating the tuberculosis from our country? That is by 2025. 5 years ahead of the world target. So world is aiming to eliminate TB by 2030 and India is aiming to eliminate TB by 2025. That is the right part. I can see in the chat box Aditya, Priyanshi, Happy, Guru Raj, all the people are giving me the right answer to this question. Well done guys, this shows that yes, you are not just you have covered the February 2024 current affairs, 2025 current affair, but you are also staying updated with the latest current affairs that we are covering. Okay, moving ahead. So joint annual special forces exercise Cyclone 3 was conducted. So it was conducted between India and which country? तो कौन सी country के साथ ये exercise conduct की गई थी? So what is the right answer? What is the name of that country? It is Egypt. It is the Egypt with which India has conducted this particular exercise. Now guys, when I talk about the Indonesia, Indonesia has recently hosted the Komodo exercise, in which Indian Navy along with the other 19 countries participated in it. And when we talk about the France recently hosted the AI Action Summit, and India and France will be hosting the Year of Innovation 2026. So in this manner, from one question we can revise the other questions as well, and we can retain them from the examination point of view. Next question, India's largest single location solar manufacturing facility was inaugurated at which place? So what is the name of that place where it was inaugurated? It was inaugurated in Gangai Kondan. Option C. ये इंडिया का लार्जेस्ट सिंगल लोकेशन सोलर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फैसिलिटी है, जिसको यहां तमिलनाडु के अंदर लॉन्च किया गया है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अबाउट वर्ल्ड पल्सेस डे. सो इट वाज ऑब्जर्व्ड ऑन February 10. व्हाट इज द थीम ऑफ वर्ल्ड पल्सेस डे? What is the theme of World Pulses Day? So Gururaj, Happy, Aditya, kindly try to identify the right answer to this question. The theme for World Pulses Day is pulses bringing diversity to agri-food systems. That is the right answer. Absolutely right. This is the right answer. Now, my dear friends, we all know that we get energy when we have pulses, right? So with coming more energy, our productivity also increases. Now, I would like to ask you, when do we celebrate National Productivity Day? The National Productivity Day has been celebrated on which date? That is what you have to identify here. So this date has been celebrated every year on 12th of Feb. And recently the National Productivity Week was also been celebrated. What was the duration of the National Productivity Week? The National Productivity Week was celebrated from 12th to 18th of February this year. That is the right part. Absolutely right. Option C is the right answer. Well done. Moving ahead, Sam Nujoma, known as the father of the nation of African country. So you have to tell me what is the name of that country जिनके वो president थे. ठीक है? He was the president of which country? He was the president of Namibia. Next question, the Delhi International Leather Expo 2025 was held in which one of the following places, and which organization organized this particular expo? Whenever such event takes place, we have to cover that where exactly it was hosted and which organization was behind organizing that particular event. Okay, so what it is? It is, the place is New Delhi, where it was held, and the Council for Leather Exports organized the Delhi International Leather Expo. That is the right answer. So again, I can see in the chat box, yes, all of the people are giving me the right answers. Well done, guys. Moving ahead, BAFTA award for best film was won by which of the following films? So which movie won the BAFTA award for best film? It's The Zone of Interest, Conclave, Holdover, Past Lives, and Oppenheimer. What is the name of this particular movie? It is The Conclave. The Conclave, which is directed by Edward Berger, won the BAFTA award. ठीक है, तो ये जो अवार्ड्स होते हैं ये हमें करना काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. रिसेंटली ऑस्कर अवार्ड्स भी अनाउंस हुए थे, सो दे आर आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड टू बी रिमेंबर बाय अस, राइट? मूविंग अहेड टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो इंडिया वाज अवॉर्डेड द प्रिंस माइकल डेकेड ऑफ एक्शन रोड सेफ्टी अवार्ड. अब ये जो अवार्ड है, द अवार्ड वाज शेयर्ड विद विच कंट्री फॉर इट्स कंट्रीब्यूशन टू द रोड सेफ्टी? सो ये इंडिया ने तो जीता ही है, इंडिया के साथ और किस कंट्री को ये मिला है? दैट इज व्हाट वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई हियर. So what is the right answer here? It's Sri Lanka, Morocco, Japan, Germany and Australia. What is the right answer? It is Morocco. Morocco is the name of the country with which India has shared this award. Next question, the tenure of V. Ananth Nageshwaran. So V. Ananth Nageshwaran, we all know he is the Chief Economic Advisor of the India. So he was, basically his tenure was going to end this year, but now his tenure has been extended. But by which year we have extended the tenure of Chief Economic Advisor? The year is 2027. Next question, International Mother Language Day is being celebrated. So what was the theme of this particular day? So what was the theme of this day? Quickly try to identify the theme of International Mother Language Day. The theme is Silver Jubilee Celebration of International Mother Language Day. ठीक है? Now the question is, on which date we celebrate this day? International Mother Language Day is being celebrated on which date? The date is really important to be remembered from exam point of view, because the question can be asked. So what is the date on which we celebrate it? Quickly try to identify the right answer. See, sometimes let me tell you that we have to make sure without even seeing the option we are able to answer the questions like this. ठीक है? तो जीए के जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे आपके, आपको इंश्योर करना है कि बिना ऑप्शंस के ही आप उनको सॉल्व कर दो, क्योंकि काफी डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, इजी क्वेश्चन होते हैं, दैट यू कैन डेफिनेटली इजीली आंसर. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द इंटरनेशनल मदर लैंग्वेज डे डेट, इट इज सेलिब्रेटेड एवरी ईयर ऑन 21st of Feb. 21st Feb को हर साल सेलिब्रेट करते हैं इस डेट को. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, DPIIT, डिपार्टमेंट फॉर प्रमोशन ऑफ इंडस्ट्री एंड इंटरनल ट्रेड, इन्होंने एक MOU साइन किया है, बट वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई विद विच ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सो दैट वी कैन एनहांस द कोऑपरेशन एंड स्ट्रेंथन द लॉजिस्टिक एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट इन आवर कंट्री. ठीक है, तो जो हमारा कोऑपरेशन एंड द लॉजिस्टिक एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, इसे हमें एनहांस करना है. So with which organization DPIIT has signed this MOU? The MOU has been signed with Korea Transport Institute. So with Korea Transport Institute we have signed this MOU. Next question, International Buddhist Confederation is set to launch Lord Buddha Tri-Nation Tri-Services Expedition. तो ये जो expedition है ये कहाँ पर होगा? So basically we have launched a motorcycle journey which will be moving from Sri Lanka, and there are two more countries which are there. You have to identify what are the name of these two countries. So क्या नाम इन दो countries का? First one is Sri Lanka, then it will be moving ahead to India and Nepal also. तो ये एक tri-nation expedition है in which motorcycle journey has been organized between Sri Lanka, India and Nepal. Right answer. Next question, World Pulses Day is being celebrated every year. On which date we celebrate it and what is the theme for 2025? So we have already covered this part, right? In this session, we have already answered this question. So this day is being celebrated on 10th of February and Pulses Bringing Diversity to Agri-Food System is basically the theme of World Pulses Day. So this is basically the kind of question which basically shows you that one question can be asked in more than one manner, right? Sometimes you can see that if there are x and y dimension which are required to cover from a question, then sometimes x dimension can be asked, sometimes y dimension can be asked, right? So that's how we have to be prepared in the examination that across any dimension the question can be asked. Moving ahead, Ministry of Ayush has launched a nationwide species specific campaign. So what is the name of this campaign और ये किसका initiative है which will be raising the health benefits about the medicinal plants. तो medicinal plants के health benefits को ये बताएगा and so what is the name of the initiative and what exactly is the name of organization जिसका ये initiative है, that is what we need to identify here. So it is name of the initiative is Shatavari and the organization is National Medicinal Plants Board which has announced this particular initiative. Okay, moving ahead. So Dash Security Forces launched Operation Devil Hunt. So we all know that there is a country where the unrest is going on and that country, to maintain and stabilize the peace in the nation, they have launched an Operation Devil Hunt. What is the name of this particular country? That is what you have to identify. The name of the country is basically Bangladesh. Bangladesh has started Operation Devil Hunt. That is the right answer. Next question, International Bird Festival was being organized, guys, we all know, during the Mahakumbh, which happened in basically Prayagraj, right? So basically you have to identify here that what exactly is the date from when we have celebrated the International Bird Festival during the Mahakumbh, right? And where exactly it was happened? In Prayagraj, UP. तो आप easily answer कर सकते हैं इस question को. Answer will be option B, that is duration will be 16 to 18th of February and the place will be Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. That is the right answer. Now moving ahead, 38th Surajkund International Craft Mela was inaugurated in Surajkund, which is the partner nation for this event and the theme state. So we have to identify the partner nation and the theme state. So what exactly is the partner nation for Surajkund Mela this year? It is BIMSTEC and Odisha and Madhya Pradesh are the partner states. Now one question to all of you and you have to tell me the right answer. The question is, what are the countries which are the part of BIMSTEC? BIMSTEC को यहाँ पर हमने mention किया है, तो कौन कौन सी countries BIMSTEC का part है? Can anybody tell me the name of the countries? How many countries are there and what are their names? चलो पहले मुझे बताओ जल्दी से कि कितनी countries हैं. Just give me a number. Countries कौन कौन सी है मैं आपको आज याद कराऊंगा, बहुत easy है. But please quickly tell me first what exactly is the number of countries are there in the BIMSTEC. Let me see who will tell me the right answer. So I can see that throughout all the previous questions we have seen Aditya, Happy, Gururaj. They are giving me the right answer to these questions. Well done, my dear friends. Now it's the time to identify the number of countries which are the part of BIMSTEC. So there are total 7 countries in the BIMSTEC, right? I hope you guys are really able to identify that. Okay, yes, Aditya has given me the name of the countries. So let me tell you, the people who are not able to retain the name of the countries, let me tell you that what exactly the trick to identify and to retain the name of these countries. So just remember MBBS, NIT. So the people who are preparing for medical examinations, वो MBBS और NEET का exam देते हैं, right? MBBS करते हैं फिर, तो just remember MBBS and NIT. So what exactly are the name of countries? Can anybody tell me here? M for Myanmar, B for Bhutan, then B for Bangladesh, S for Sri Lanka, N for Nepal, I for India, and T for Thailand. Now quickly tell me, is there any person who will be able to forget the name of the countries which are the part of BIMSTEC? Quickly tell me in the chat box. Is there any student who will be able to forget now, from now onwards, क्या कोई भूल पाएगा कि कौन-कौन सी countries हमारी BIMSTEC का part है? Quickly tell me. I think just remembering the MBBS NIT, you will be able to answer the question, right? And sometimes we see that from such kind of blocks, you guys are really able to identify कि आपको पूछा जाता है एग्जाम के अंदर कि इस पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप की कौन सी कंट्री नहीं है, तो बहुत ईजी होगा आई थिंक आपके लिए टू रिमेंबर दैट व्हाट आर द नेम ऑफ कंट्रीज ऑफ बिम्स्टेक, राइट, विच आर द पार्ट ऑफ बिम्स्टेक. आई होप आप सभी को ये ट्रिक जरूर पसंद आएगी. बढ़ते हैं हम अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. दैट इज ऑन द वर्ल्ड वेटलैंड्स डे. तो वर्ल्ड वेटलैंड डे सेलिब्रेट हुआ रिसेंटली इन द मंथ ऑफ February. व्हाट वाज द थीम ऑफ दिस डे? द थीम ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वेटलैंड डे, you are given the 5 options, you have to identify the right answer here. So the World Wetland Day theme was protecting wetlands for our common future. That is the right answer. That is the right answer to this. Moving ahead. So the World Wetland Day was celebrated on 2nd of February. India is party to the Ramsar Convention since 1982. Next question. MobiKwik and Cred became the first non-banking entities to offer central bank digital currency. So you have to tell me what is the daily limit and a per transaction limit of dash denominations ranging from 50 paisa to 500. What are the limits to this part? So we are talking about MobiKwik and Cred. They became the first non-banking entities to offer central bank digital currency क्योंकि उन्होंने e-wallet को launch किया along with RBI and Yes Bank. अभी जो e-wallet की transactions हैं via UPI linked bank accounts, what is the daily limit and per transaction limit? So the daily limit and per transaction limit is 50,000 and 10,000 rupees. ठीक है जी, तो daily limit है 50,000, per transaction limit is 10,000. Moving ahead, Dinesh Karthik became the Indian wicketkeeper with the most runs in T20 cricket, and he has surpassed one of the Indian legendary wicketkeeper. What is the name of the wicketkeeper? So Dinesh Karthik ने किसको surpass किया है? It is Mahendra Singh Dhoni, right? MS Dhoni is the right answer. Next question. So who among the following has sworn in as the new prime minister of Belgium? तो बेल्जियम के नए प्राइम मिनिस्टर कौन है जो सक्सीड करेंगे अलेक्जेंडर डी क्रू को? That is what we need to identify here. Okay, so what is the name? The name of the person is option C, that is Bart D. Weaver. That is the right answer. Next question. Sahitya Academy Award 2024 was being given in Dongri for एक और अश्वत्थामा. ये किसको अवार्ड दिया गया था इस पर्टिकुलर चीज के लिए? एक और अश्वत्थामा के लिए किसको ये अवार्ड दिया गया है? द अवार्ड हैज बीन गिवन टू चमन अरोड़ा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. 13th एडिशन ऑफ जॉइंट मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज बिटवीन इंडियन आर्मी एंड मालदीव्स. तो इंडियन आर्मी और मालदीव्स के बीच में एक एक्सरसाइज हुई. यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम ऑफ द एक्सरसाइज. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दिस एक्सरसाइज? The name of the exercise is Acuvering, right? Acuvering is the right answer. Now there is other exercise between India and Japan which took place recently in the month of February. तो ये exercise कौन सी थी? Dharma Guardian. Dharma Guardian is the name of exercise which was being conducted between India and Japan, and India and Maldives के बीच में हुई Acuvering. Komodo exercise को conduct किया था इंडोनेशिया ने. Okay, moving ahead. Dash has set a new record for total spacewalking time by a woman with a total of 62 hours and 6 minutes. तो यहाँ पर there is a legendary person name which is being mentioned here, and she has recently come from International Space Station to Earth, and I think now you will be really able to identify what is the name of that person. So उन्होंने किसका रिकॉर्ड ब्रेक किया and what is the name of that person itself? That is what we need to identify. So she is basically Sunita Williams who has created this record, and she has surpass the record of Peggy Whitson. ठीक है, तो नया रिकॉर्ड 62 hours 6 minutes का है. पहला रिकॉर्ड 60 hours 21 minutes का था. Moving to the next question. Indian Railways ने लॉन्च किया है अपना एक सुपर ऐप which is a one stop solution, and this will be enhancing user experience of the people who uses the Indian Railway services. What is the name of this particular app? Indian Railways का सुपर ऐप जो इन्होंने लॉन्च किया, इसका नाम है स्वरेल. Swarail is the right answer. Next question. So Dash, a Chennai-based drone manufacturing, committed investment of 100 crore. तो 100 करोड़ रुपीस की इन्वेस्टमेंट की है फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ इंडिया फर्स्ट ड्रोन सिटी. तो आपको दो चीजें बतानी है, कंपनी का नाम और साथ ही साथ कि ये कौन सी स्टेट के अंदर ड्रोन सिटी को इस्टेब्लिश किया जाएगा. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द स्टेट वेयर दिस ड्रोन सिटी विल बी इस्टेब्लिश्ड? So it will be established in Andhra Pradesh. The name of organization is Garud Aerospace. Garud Aerospace is the right answer. Next, BCCI Special Award was being given at the BCCI Awards 2025. Who among the following has won this award? Jasprit Bumrah, Ravichandran Ashwin, Smriti Mandhana, Sarfaraz Khan, Sachin Tendulkar. So what exactly is the name of the person who has won this award? The BCCI Special Award, it was won by Ravichandran Ashwin. That is the right answer. And Ravichandran Ashwin has also recently announced his retirement from the international cricket. And now when we talk about the other awardees, Jasprit Bumrah was awarded the best international cricketer in men's category. Smriti Mandhana was the best international cricketer in women's category. Sachin Tendulkar received the Colonel C.K. Naidu Lifetime Achievement Award, and Sarfaraz Khan and Asha Shobhana won best international debut awards. So Sarfaraz Khan, Asha Shobhana for the debutants. Then we have Sachin Tendulkar for Colonel C.K. Naidu Award. Smriti Mandhana, best international cricketer women. Best international cricketer men was given to Jasprit Bumrah, and the BCCI Special Award went to Ravichandran Ashwin. That is the right answer. Next question. Inaugural Women's Hockey India League was won by which one of the following teams? Which team won the inaugural Women's Hockey India League? The name of the team is Odisha Warriors, which has won this event. Next question. ICC Women's Championship 22 to 2025. So which country has won this particular ICC Champions Trophy? Sorry, ICC Women's Championship 22 to 2025. And they have marked their third consecutive title in February 2025. What is the name of this team? So the name of that particular team is absolutely right. I can see in the chat box Aditya, Gururaj, Happy, all of them giving me the right answer. That is Australia. Australia is the right answer, which has won this particular championship. Recently, India won the Champions Trophy, ICC Champions Trophy, right? The men's team. Can anybody tell me the name of the team which was defeated in the finals? Which team was defeated by the Indian team in the final to win the ICC Champions Trophy? And we all know that last year we also won the ICC T20 World Cup, defeating South Africa in the final, right? But now you have to tell me ICC Champions Trophy, which India won recently, which team was defeated in the finals? Anybody who would like to give me the right answer to this question? Now coming back to this question, it was Australia which has won its third title. तो लगातार तीसरा title ये गया है Australia को. And yes, it was, Palak has given me the right answer. It was New Zealand, which was defeated in the final by India to win the Champions Trophy 2025. Absolutely right. Moving ahead, the oldest living Olympic gold medalist who passed away recently. What is the name of this person? The name of the person is Greg Bell. Next question. So, which educational institution was India's first business school to launch cryptocurrency? तो cryptocurrency launch करने वाला वो कौन सा पहला business school है इंडिया का? What is the name of this business school? The name of the business school is Birla Institute of Management Technology. That is BIMTech. इससे पहले हमने BIMSTEC की बात की थी. BIMSTEC. How many countries are there? Which are the member of the BIMSTEC? That is 7 countries. And what are the name of the countries? Just remember MBBS, NIT. And when you will be remembering the MBBS, NIT, you will be remembering the name of the countries which are there. Okay, absolutely right. Moving ahead. So which country, which company became the first company to develop hydrogen transportation pipes? तो इंडिया के नेशनल हाइड्रोजन मिशन को सपोर्ट करते हुए हमारे हाइड्रोजन पाइप्स को बनाने का काम कौन सी कंपनी करने वाली है? What is the name of that particular company? The name of the company is Tata Steel. Next question, the first ever joint mega न्योकुम यूलो celebration. तो ये अरुणाचल प्रदेश के कौन से डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हुआ था सेलिब्रेशन? So where exactly this celebration was held? It was held in Kamle district. So the first ever joint mega न्योकुम यूलो celebration was held in Kamle district of Arunachal Pradesh. Next question. So Global Conference on Space Exploration, it was hosted by ISRO along with the International Astronautical Federation. So you have to tell me where is the event scheduled to take place? कहाँ पर ये event schedule है? Where exactly this will be taking place? This will be taking place in New Delhi. New Delhi is the right answer. Next question. 6th edition of Dharma Guardian exercise. I have just told you about this. that India and Japan, they are going to host the Dharma Guardian exercise. But where exactly it will be taking place, that is what the question is all about. So whenever we are covering the defense exercises, we have to remember the name of the participating countries and the venue of that particular exercise. So where exactly this exercise will be taking place? The exercise will take place in East Fuji training area of Japan. So Japan will be hosting this particular exercise. Next question, which autobiography was written by Kailash Satyarthi, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate? So Kailash Satyarthi, who won the the Nobel Peace Prize award along with the Malala Yousafzai, right? So you have to tell me that what is the name of autobiography which has been recently written by Kailash Satyarthi ji. What is the name? The name of this particular book is Diya Salai. That is the right answer. Next question. So Financial Literacy Week 2025, what is the theme for Financial Literacy Week? So Financial Literacy Week is basically an initiative of the Reserve Bank of India. You have to identify that what exactly is the theme for this particular week. So this week was being celebrated focusing on the women's prosperity. So financial literacy, women's prosperity is the right answer. Now there is one more important point that we need to see, that what is the duration of Financial Literacy Week which is celebrated by Reserve Bank of India. So what is the duration of this week? The week has been celebrated from 24 to 28th of Feb. तो 24 से 28 फेब को ये वीक हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं. दैट इज द राइट आंसर. मूविंग अहेड, लिक्विफाइड पेट्रोलियम नेचुरल गैस. तो वर्ल्ड का सबसे लंबा एलपीजी पाइपलाइन बनने वाला है 2800 किलोमीटर्स का. और ये कब तक बनेगा? When it will be commissioned? It will be commissioned by June 2025. That is the right answer. Next question, government of UAE introduced 10-year residency permit called blue visa. तो ये ब्लू वीजा किसके लिए इशू किया जाता है? यूएई ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया 10 years का ब्लू वीजा. The blue visa is being given to the people who are contributing to environmental protection and the sustainability. Option C. Next question, which tribe's traditional faith Baathuism was recognized by the government of Assam? तो कौन सी ट्राइब का ये फेथ है Baathuism? What is the right answer? What is the name of this particular tribe? The tribe name is Bodo tribe. Bodo tribe is the right answer. Next question, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla became India's first astronaut to travel to the International Space Station on a private mission. What is the name of this particular mission? Under which mission Shubhanshu Shukla went to International Space Station, guys? We all know that this was a joint mission of ISRO along with the NASA. What exactly is this mission name? It is Axiom 4 मिशन. तो हमने पिछले साल काफी बार पढ़ा था इस मिशन के बारे में. तो इसमें वन ऑफ द 4 एस्ट्रोनॉट डेजिग्नेट ऑफ गगनयान मिशन. कमांडर थी इसकी पेगी विटसन एंड मिशन स्पेशलिस्ट वाज क्लाउस उजनास्की. अगर हम बात करते हैं पेगी विटसन, तो पेगी विटसन का जो स्पेस वॉक का रिकॉर्ड था उसको किसने सरपास किया है? सुनीता विलियम्स ने सरपास किया है. एंड सुनीता विलियम्स रिसेंटली केम बैक फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन टू अर्थ. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, WHO वेरीफाइड द फर्स्ट कंट्री इन अफ्रीका जिसने एलिमिनेट किया है रिवर ब्लाइंडनेस डिजीज को. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दिस कंट्री? द नेम ऑफ द डिजीज इज onchocerciasis. So you have to identify the name of this country. What is it? It is Niger. So Niger has eliminated the river blindness. That is the right answer. The transmission of river blindness. Next question, India successfully defended their title by defeating which one of the following countries in the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup? तो इंडिया ने किसको हराकर ये टाइटल अपने नाम किया? Which country was defeated? Let me tell you, it is very easy to remember. We are talking about the T20 World Cup. So can you tell me the T20 World Cup? India won the T20 World Cup defeating which team? It was South Africa. So South Africa is the right answer to this question as well. Okay. So that's how you can relate these two news articles and you can retain it for a longer period of time. Moving ahead. So International Development Week has been celebrated. So what is the duration of the International Development Week and what is the name of the country where this week was established in 1991? So what is the duration and where exactly it was established? So the duration of this week is 2nd to 8th of February and Canada is the place where it was initiated in 1991. That is the right answer. Next, Central Zoo Authority approved India's first white tiger breeding center. So what exactly is the place and where exactly it has been installed? The White Tiger Breeding Center. तो इंडिया का पहला व्हाइट टाइगर ब्रीडिंग सेंटर यहां लॉन्च किया गया है एंड इट इज इन गोविंदगढ़ मध्य प्रदेश. तो गोविंदगढ़ मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर इसको स्टार्ट किया गया है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द फाइनल ऑफ मेंस हॉकी इंडिया लीग 24-25. तो कौन सी टीम ने किस टीम को डिफीट किया एट द बिरसा मुंडा इंटरनेशनल हॉकी स्टेडियम टू विन द चैंपियनशिप? So basically here in this question you need to identify the winner as well as the runner up. So both of them are required to be identified here. Winner and runner up. दोनों का ही नाम आपको identify करना है. Okay. So the winner name is Shrachi Red Bengal Tigers and the defeated team is Hyderabad Tufans. ठीक है, winner और runner up हमने दोनों को कवर कर लिया है. बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट न्यूज आर्टिकल की तरफ. Braille accessible version of the Indian Constitution was been launched to commemorate the dash years of the Indian Constitution. What exactly, how many years of Indian Constitution has passed by recently? कितने years of Indian Constitution को हमने यहाँ पर celebrate किया है with this part? By launching the Braille version of Indian Constitution, we have celebrated 75 years of Indian Constitution. Next question, India's first indigenous automated biomedical waste treatment plant was launched. And you have to tell me what is the name of this initiative under which it has been launched. इसको डेवलप किया CSIR के नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट फॉर इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के अंडर. द नेम ऑफ द इनिशिएटिव. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दिस इनिशिएटिव? लेट अस सी हु विल बी गिविंग मी द राइट आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन. सो द नेम ऑफ द इनिशिएटिव विल बी सृजनम. तो एक काफी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, याद रखिए. सृजनम इंडिया का पहला इंडिजिनस ऑटोमेटेड बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट है. So the plant has been launched at AIIMS New Delhi. AIIMS New Delhi पर इसको लॉन्च किया गया है इस प्लांट को. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एरो इंडिया 2025 जो कि इंडिया का एशिया का लार्जेस्ट एयर शो है, इसको ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया था. यू हैव टू टेल मी विच स्टेट हैज होस्टेड दिस इवेंट. एट विच स्टेट दिस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट वाज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड. वी हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट. ओके, so what exactly? It is option C, that is Karnataka. That is the right answer. Aero India 2025 is Asia's largest air show which is held biennially. Okay, it is organized by the Defense Exhibition Organization, the Department of Defense Production, Ministry of Defense. The theme of this particular event was the runway to a billion opportunities. That is the right answer. Absolutely right. Moving ahead, Panama became the first Latin American nation to exit dash. So what is the name of that organization, which is the infrastructure development strategy which is launched in 2013? What exactly is the name of this initiative which has been exited by Panama? That is what we need to identify here. What is it? It is Belt and Road Initiative. So Belt and Road Initiative, we all know it was a China's initiative, right? And Panama has recently announced and it has become first Latin American nation to exit this infrastructure development initiative. Next question, which insurance company launched India's first comprehensive health insurance plan which is designed exclusively for women named Horizon Care? तो Horizon Care नाम का ये जो एक नया प्रोडक्ट है, इसको किसने लॉन्च किया है? Which organization has launched this product? Quickly try to identify. So yes, Aditya, happy, Gururaj, you are constantly giving me the right answer. Mayank, well done guys. Just keep on doing it and you are really going to be rocking in the examination. Okay. So what is the name? It is Bajaj Allianz General Insurance. That is the right answer. India का पहला comprehensive health insurance plan है. Next question. So first ever clinical trial for Sudan Ebola vaccine was launched. Which country has launched this particular campaign along with WHO and global partners? ये जो clinical trial है, इसको launch किस country ने किया है? It was launched by Uganda. Uganda is the right answer. Next, North India's first green hydrogen plant was launched. So North India का first green hydrogen plant कहाँ पर start किया था? In which state it was being started? It was started in Himachal Pradesh. Option C. ठीक है, option C is the right answer. It was developed by Himachal Pradesh Power Corporation Limited and Oil India Limited. Now I would like to ask you that where exactly will be North India's first nuclear power plant? तो North India का first nuclear power plant कहाँ पर बनाया जाएगा? You have to tell me here. So what exactly is the place? It is Gorakhpur in Haryana, in the Indian state of Haryana, Gorakhpur, where it will be located. Absolutely right. Next question, the Tamil film. What is the name of that film which is directed by Varsha Bharat and won the NetPack award? So a NetPack award mila tha, for which movie it was being given, that is what we need to identify here. So the NetPack award was being given for movie Bad Girl, option B. Next question, Rohit Sharma became the second highest six hitter in ODI cricket. तो किसका रिकॉर्ड इन्होंने ब्रेक किया था? What is the name of that cricketer who was surpassed by Rohit Sharma? So let me tell you, in this list on the top it is Shahid Afridi. So Shahid Afridi is not the right answer, right? And in the top 5-6 hitters in the ODIs, so basically on the 5th position it is MS Dhoni. So MS Dhoni is also not the right answer here. So the right answer is option C, that is Chris Gayle. When we talk about here, so Shahid Afridi holds the record for the most sixes in ODIs with 351 sixes. Right? That is the right answer. Moving ahead. So which company announced rupees 10,000 crore in investment? एक सेमीकंडक्टर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट को सेटअप किया जाएगा बेंगलुरु के अंदर. यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई द कंपनी विच विल बी इन्वेस्टिंग दिस 10,000 crore rupees. The name of the company is Lam Research. Lam Research is the right answer. We all know, guys, we are having a basically India semiconductor mission, right? In which we want to make India a global hub and a manufacturer for semiconductor units. And this is one of the very initial steps that we are going to take towards that particular target. Moving ahead, question number 64. Who will chair the 12th nationwide pension adalat? तो पेंशन अदालत का 12th एडिशन लॉन्च किया गया और वहां पर कौन था चेयरपर्सन उसका? Who has chaired this particular event? The chair. So the chairperson of this event was, quickly tell me. The chairperson of the event was Dr. Jitendra Singh. That is the right answer. Next question about exercise Winged Raider. It is a joint one exercise between Indian Army and Indian Air Force. So what was the objective of this particular exercise? The objective was very simple, to see that whether we are operational ready for these airborne exercises or not, and our inter-service synergy. So option B is the right answer. Now when we talk about the army chief of our country, that is the General Upendra Dwivedi, and Air Force chief is Air Chief Marshal AP Singh. So it is very important for us to remember these names as well, because they can be asked in the examination. So I can see in the chat box all the people are giving me the right answers. Well done, guys. Moving ahead, in National Women's Day. National Women's Day every year celebrated on 13th of February. You have to tell me that what is the name of personality whose birth anniversary has been marked and celebrated as National Women's Day in our nation. So what exactly is the name of that person? So the name of that person is Sarojini Naidu. That is the right answer. Next question, India's first Hyperloop test track was developed. So you have to tell me, ये जो technology है, इसको किसने develop किया है? Along with the Ministry of Railways. What is the name of that institute? जिसने इसको develop किया along with the Ministry of Railways. India's first Hyperloop test track. It is IIT Madras. IIT Madras is the right answer. Now I would like to ask you one more important question, my dear friends. So can anybody tell me the first Udan Yatri Cafe was been launched? Udan Yatri Cafe. It was been launched at which airport? कौन से एयरपोर्ट पे इसको लॉन्च किया गया था उड़ान यात्री कैफे को? Can anybody tell me that in the chat box? So this cafe was been launched at Chennai Airport. Chennai Airport is the right answer. Next question, Sarvashresht Suraksha Puraskar was awarded to which airport? Why exactly I asked you that airport question? Because the next question was airport question only, okay? So the Sarvashresht Suraksha Puraskar was being awarded to which airport? For its exemplary safety practices, the name of this airport is Manohar International Airport of Goa. So Mopa Airport of Goa is the right answer, which has been awarded, given this particular award. Absolutely right. Next question. So the theme for National Science Day was empowering Indian youth for global leadership in science and innovation. तो ये किस चीज की डिस्कवरी के लिए नेशनल साइंस डे को सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है? कैन एनीबॉडी टेल मी? किसकी डिस्कवरी के लिए नेशनल साइंस डे को सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है? वी सेलिब्रेट द डिस्कवरी ऑफ द रमन इफेक्ट, दैट इज द राइट आंसर. एंड नेशनल साइंस डे is basically commemorates the discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman, who awarded the Nobel Prize in 1930. Now one more question. On which date we celebrate National Science Day? On which date we celebrate National Science Day? It is also a very important question that we must cover from the examination point of view. So National Science Day has been celebrated every year on 28th Feb. 28th Feb is the right answer. Next question. Tuhin Kant Pandey assumed the chairmanship of SEBI, right? So, and that is the right answer to this question, guys. That is the right answer. He has basically succeeded Madhvi Puri Buch, who was the first female chairperson of this organization. So, SEBI is the right answer, option C. Very easy question. Next question. The first open-air art wall museum was being launched to transform the spaces into a visual storytelling platform. You have to tell me here that which organization partnered for the development of this particular initiative. इस initiative के development के लिए किसके साथ participate किया गया था? What is the name of that organization? It is Delhi Street Art is the right answer. So it was developed in partnership with Delhi Street Art, which has transformed public walls into a visual narrative of India's meteorological journey. ठीक है जी? As we have basically celebrated 150 years of the India Meteorological Department. इंडियन मीटेरोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट के 150 इयर्स को हमने रिसेंटली सेलिब्रेट किया है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इंडिया अनवील्ड इट्स फर्स्ट वर्टिकल बाइफेशियल सोलर प्लांट, और इसको कौन से मेट्रो स्टेशन पर इनॉग्रेट किया गया था? वेयर इट हैज बीन रिसेंटली इंस्टॉल्ड. सो एट विच मेट्रो स्टेशन वाज द सोलर प्लांट इंस्टॉल्ड? इट इज ओखला विहार मेट्रो स्टेशन. ऑप्शन बी, ओखला विहार मेट्रो स्टेशन इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट. मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सिविल एविएशन लॉन्च द इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पर्सनल लाइसेंस टू डिजिटाइज फ्लाइट क्रू सर्टिफिकेशन. तो इंडिया सेकंड कंट्री बना है इसको इंप्लीमेंट करने वाला, विच वाज द फर्स्ट कंट्री. ठीक है. सो किस कंट्री के बाद इंडिया सेकंड कंट्री बना है? यू हैव टू टेल मी द फर्स्ट कंट्री टू अडॉप्ट दिस सिस्टम. द नेम ऑफ द कंट्री इज ऑप्शन सी, दैट इज चाइना. एंड आई ऑलरेडी आस्क्ड यू वन मोर इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट गाइस. उड़ान यात्री कैफे, ये कहां पर लॉन्च हुआ था? चेन्नई एयरपोर्ट पर लॉन्च हुआ था. वो भी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ सिविल एविएशन का ही इनिशिएटिव है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. देश का प्राकृतिक परीक्षण अभियान जिसने 5 गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड्स को जीता है, इसको किस मिनिस्ट्री ने लॉन्च किया था? तो इट वाज द काइंड ऑफ नेशन वाइड हेल्थ कैंपेन. विच मिनिस्ट्री इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस? मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ एंड फैमिली वेलफेयर, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ वुमेन एंड चाइल्ड डेवलपमेंट, आयुष, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, रूरल डेवलपमेंट. सो व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर मिनिस्ट्री? इट इज मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष. दैट इज द राइट आंसर. और इसको मैनेज करेगा नेशनल कमीशन फॉर इंडियन सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन. सो NCISM विल बी गोइंग टू मैनेज दिस पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बायोफैक्ट 25 वाज हेल्ड टू शोकेस इंडियाज ऑर्गेनिक एग्रीकल्चर. किस कंट्री ने बायोफैक्ट 2025 को होस्ट किया था? विच कंट्री होस्टेड द बायोफैक्ट 2025? लेट मी टेल यू माय डियर फ्रेंड्स दैट these questions are quite direct in nature. That's why there is no requirement of discussion here, right? I am just telling you the right answers, and we are also trying to correlate the different things so that we can retain them. Okay, so we need more and more explanation in the finance and the ESI part, but these GA parts are quite direct in nature. I hope this part is clear to you. And here, yes, Germany is the right answer. Next question. 67th Grammy Award was been given to Indian origin vocalist and entrepreneur dash. So you have to tell me what is the name of this person and for which album she has won this award. So you guys remember Indra Nooyi? So the former PepsiCo head. Let me tell you that the name of the winner, the person is sister of Indra Nooyi. What is the name of this person? She is Chandrika Tandon. She has won this award for Triveni. Option C is the right answer. Next, Akashvani and Ministry of Culture has partnered to launch a classical music series to basically showcase countless shades of Indian classical music. We have to tell me that what is the name of this newly launched series. इस series का क्या नाम है? आकाशवाणी और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कल्चर मिलकर इस के जरिए इंडिया के जो डिफरेंट शेड्स है क्लासिकल म्यूजिक के उसको दर्शाना चाहते हैं. सो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द नेम? सो द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर इनिशिएटिव इज हर कंठ में भारत. ऑप्शन सी, हर कंठ में भारत. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. former German President Horst Kohler, who also served as head of an international financial institution, he passed away. We have to identify the name of the institution to which he was also headed by. Right? उन्होंने किसी और organization को head किया था. What is the name of that organization? Along with being the former German president, उन्होंने एक organization को भी lead किया था. What is the name of that organization? It is International Monetary Fund. और IMF के चीफ एट प्रेजेंट कौन है, ये आप मुझे बताएंगे कमेंट सेक्शन के अंदर. दिस इज योर होमवर्क क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो सभी को आइडेंटिफाई करना है दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज द प्रेजेंटली द नेम ऑफ पर्सन हु इज सर्विंग एज द हेड ऑफ इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, माउंट तारानाकी जिसको रिसेंटली लीगल पर्सनहुड दिया है न्यूजीलैंड ने, दैट मीन्स वॉट एवर द राइट्स अ पर्सन इज हैविंग, सो दिस माउंटेन इज हैविंग दैट पर्टिकुलर rights. You have to tell me here the official name of given to its legal personality. इसको official name क्या दिया गया है? What is that? The official name to this particular mountain is Tikahui Tupua. That is the right answer. Next, the Rutat Smart Village Center was set up to integrate advanced technologies in the rural development. So which Indian state where this initiative was been launched? In which Indian state this initiative was launched? UP, Gujarat, Haryana, Maharashtra, Rajasthan. Where exactly it was launched? It was launched in Haryana. That is the right answer. So next question, India was selected as the Vice President of International Organization of Aids to Marine Navigation. The event of this was hosted in which city? किस city ने इस event को host किया था? That is what the question is all about. So it was hosted by Singapore. Next question, so which of the following states has launched नयन अमृतम 2.0, जो कि एक AI असिस्टेड प्रोग्राम है फॉर स्क्रीनिंग क्रॉनिक आई डिजीजेस. क्रॉनिक आई डिजीजेस की स्क्रीनिंग के लिए इसका इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट जिसने इसको लॉन्च किया? नयन अमृतम 2.0. द नेम ऑफ द स्टेट इज केरला. केरला इज द राइट आंसर. ओके, एब्सोल्युटली राइट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, वेयर वाज इंडियाज फर्स्ट बायोबैंक will be installed to collect and preserve DNA materials. तो जो हमारे endangered animals हैं उनका DNA material कलेक्ट किया जाएगा और उसका एक बायो बैंक बनाया जाएगा. और ये जो बायो बैंक है ये इसमें से कौन से पार्क पे established है? पार्क या आपकी वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी? यू हैव टू टेल मी हियर. So this is one of the question which cannot be skipped my dear friends. Okay, क्योंकि आपके हम हमेशा बताते हैं कि जो फर्स्ट न्यूज है, कोई भी चीज पहली बार हो रही है तो उसको कवर करना काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट? एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू रिटेन दिस. सो द नेम ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज पद्मजा नायडू हिमालयन जूलॉजिकल पार्क. ठीक है, दैट इज द राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, 26th चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर हु वाज अपॉइंटेड? Which person was appointed as the 26th Chief Election Commissioner of India under a newly implemented selection process? What is the name of this person? So what is the right answer? Let me tell you that Rajiv Kumar has been succeeded by this person. So you can eliminate option E, right? What is the name of the person? That is Gyanesh Kumar, option C. Sorry my dear friends. So I can see in the chat box, yes, Gururaj, Aditya, Abhay, Happy, Mayank, all the people are giving me the right answer. That is option C, Gyanesh Kumar. Next question, Kash Patel was sworn in as the 9th director of FBI. वो किसको succeed करेंगे? He will be succeeding who among the following? क्योंकि फर्स्ट इंडियन अमेरिकन बने हैं ऐसे जिनको इस पर्टिकुलर पोस्ट के लिए अपॉइंट किया गया है. बट व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ पर्सन whom he will be succeeding, who was earlier serving as the FBI director? The name is Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray is the right answer. Absolutely right. Moving ahead. So Meta announced project Waterworth, the world's longest subsea cable. What is the total length of this cable? So what is the total length of this cable which Meta has recently announced? So this is a Waterworth project. तो ये जो सबसे लंबा केबल है, क्या लेंथ है इसकी? द लेंथ इज 50,000 किलोमीटर. दैट इज द राइट आंसर. 50,000 किलोमीटर इज द राइट आंसर. नाउ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, वी आर ऑन टू द लास्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ आवर टुडेज सेशन एंड you have to see, and I want all of you to give me right answer to this question. So India announced plan to launch its first fleet of electric vehicle takeoff and landing air ambulance. So which IIT Madras based startup is involved in this initiative? तो उस IIT Madras के startup का क्या नाम है जिसने इस initiative को launch किया है, जो इस initiative का part है? EVTOL, that is electric vertical takeoff and landing of air ambulances. Can anybody tell me the right answer to this question? Is there someone who is going to skip this question? Please tell me. क्योंकि यहां पर एक स्टार्टअप का नाम पूछा जा रहा है, but as it is the first fleet of electric vertical takeoff and landing, so that's why we are required to cover this information. And yes, I can see that Gururaj, Happy, Abhay, they are saying that we will be skipping this question. Okay. And Aditya has tried to give the answer as E-Plane, and yes, it is the right answer. E-Plane company is the right answer to this question. So most of the people were skipping this question. Do not worry, my dear friends. Now you have got the right answer. Now you have got the information. What is the right answer to this question? Now I think if in the examination such question is coming, you won't be skipping this question. Okay. And this was the last question of our today's session. So my dear friends, I hope that you guys have really liked this particular session. We have covered ESI, we have covered finance, we have covered the general awareness part of the February 2025. So with this, we are done with the current app document. जो most important चीजें हैं जो आपको cover करनी है current app document से of the February 2025, we have tried to bring up here and we have tried to cover them with the help of the MCQs. ठीक है? I hope कि आप सभी को ये session काफी insightful लगा होगा, because it is very important for us to not just cover the current affairs, it is very important for us to retain them as well. ठीक है? सिर्फ cover नहीं करना है, उनको याद करना है और याद रखना भी है. So for that, revision is the key, and that is why we bring such kind of revision questions for all of you. ठीक है? Now anybody, if is there any person who is having any kind of query, guys, please feel free to ask your queries in the chat box and I will be really happy to answer your queries. Let me tell you another important part, that if you are watching the recorded part of the session और आपको कोई query आती है, you can definitely mention your query in the comment section. Apart from that, you can also share your query at hello@edutap.co.in. In case you need some mentorship guidance from us, or you are having some difficulty in your preparation, be it your current affairs or any other subject, so please feel free to call us at 814-620-7241 and we will be providing you the solution to these problems, right? Do not worry about it. We will be providing you the solution to these problems. Now, if there are any queries, please feel free to answer. Please feel free to ask in the comment section, guys. Otherwise, as it's been a long time and around 2.5 hours since the time that you have started and you are associated with this particular session, it's really a good time that we can conclude this particular session as well. So Happy is asking, sir, how many months of current affairs are essential for the exam? So when we talk about the phase 1 examination, Happy, let me tell you that last 5 months of the current affairs before the exam is desirable to be covered, right? But here the last 3 months, of the current affairs are the most important. Okay? So if you're, let's take an example that your exam is on 7th of June, right? अगर आपका पेपर 7 जून को है, just एक ideal example है, ठीक है? इसको reality मत मान लेना कि 7 जून को ही पेपर है हमारा. तो 7 जून को अगर आपका पेपर है तो हमें 1 वीक पहले तक का करंट अफेयर करना है, that is 31st May. तो कितना मंथ्स का करंट अफेयर डिजायरेबल होगा? लास्ट 5 मंथ्स, that is 1st Jan to 31st of May. ओके? और यहां पर लास्ट 3 मंथ्स का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, that is from 1st March to 31st of May. I am just giving you an example to make you understand this particular timeline. Okay, I hope that this part is clear to you. So if we exclude the ESI and finance part, then let me tell you very frankly that when we talk about the GA, तो GA portion आप लास्ट के 3 मंथ्स का ऑन प्रायोरिटी कीजिएगा, that will be more than enough. ठीक है? अगर आपके पास और टाइम होता है, you can definitely move on to the 4th and 5th month. But the requirement of that will be really low. अगर आपने लास्ट 3 मंथ्स का अच्छे से कवर कर लिया है GA portion, then it is really great. Apart from that, ESI, finance, reports, schemes, और इस RBI notifications, if you are preparing for RBI grade B officer examination, definitely ये आपको अच्छे से cover करना होगा last 5 months का. Okay, so I think that I have answered your query. Okay, any other person who is having any query related to your preparation, related to your current affairs, or be it any other part, you can basically ask that in the chat box. You can mention that in the comment section, and apart from that, you can also email to us and place a call to us. So I see that there are no more queries in this chat box, so that means it's really a good time. And guys, it was really great to have all of you, and it's you guys basically who makes this kind of sessions more successful with your participation, with your, I would say, active participation. Now we will keep on coming up with such more sessions. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all happy.